Hello. Hello on this fine day. How are you doing? How are you guys? I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. It hasn't been that long. Is my reverb on? It's supposed to be. I'm attempting to do a bit. Here, give me a second. Now this is the second part of the bit. Skonging? I hope you're having fun skonging. A very good bit, thank you. No reverb is on? Wait, hold on. No, hold on. Yamaha driver. USB control panel. Come on. Yamaha AG controller. Reverb send on. Is it on now? Reverb send. How's this? It's not on yet? Are you sure it's not on yet? Okay, hold on. Console files, menu. Hold on. No, don't. Level. The level should be. Oh, how's this? Let me check. Are you certain? Pan left, right. Simple. Reverb on. Alright. I don't believe you. Hello. Wait, the scene isn't changing. Now it is. Pretend the reverb is on. Pretend the reverb is on. Mods, can you ban that first time chatter? They're annoying. Guys. Today I'm reading your very, very weird shit that apparently my mod had to fucking had to, not my mod. Oh, one of the Glitch Star staff had to look through. Nice model, thank you. I actually am like high-key loving it, although it took me almost 2 hours to set up and I'm killing myself. Absolve us of our sins? Oh, no. I can't do that. I cannot do that. Oh, but we can like chill and go to hell together. Thank you for the 10 months. Oh, the alert box is muted.
They both nurture the heart and soul, and provide us mere mortals with a sense of true comfort and bliss. These thighs may be as soft
Turning
as
this shit down.
or powerful enough to crush the skull of a man in one fell swoop.
That's true. Turning this down, this is loud. Thank you for the 8 months! What the for the million months? Guys. Have you sinned? By the way, the form is literally still open if you want to submit things, but we have like 92 responses to go through. And I'm a nun today. You might have noticed.
I know I said, if you don't sin a little, Jesus died for nothing. But some of you guys are going to ultra hell, the ultra kill hell.
No, you're not going to ultra. Not ultra hell, regular hell. It'll be fine. Guys, I do want to show you something really funny. My model moves so much that using assets like this is like almost impossible. And I'm very afraid that I was accidentally going to show something I wasn't supposed to. So, wait, hold on. I want to make sure this is safe. Yeah, this is safe. This is safe. Guys, underneath my clothes, I am not naked. Just in case this thing slips off, I removed my boobs. I was like, I don't want to get banned. I refuse to get banned. I am not going to Twitch hell for this. Kill it. I feel this like setup is really a little janky, so I was like, I might as well spoil the surprise. I'm gonna leak it in advance so that there's no accident. And you guys are like, oh my god, Sunny, it's so weird under there. I know it is, okay? Twitch, promote her. We wanted a ban eventually, yeah, but I don't want you to see my... Not like that. I want to have a ban because, like, I don't know, I did something against the rules accidentally. Futurama heads in a jar. No, I am connected to this body, and it's mine, and it's real. Give me a second, it's a little too big. Yeah, that's good. Are you guys ready? I'm like I've never done a stream like this. And I'm very like, I don't know what I'm in for because I haven't read these. I didn't read these in advance. I just let you guys submit them, and then I had the Glitch Star staff read them. And they're going to, I know they're going to range from like, I know some of them are going to be pretty gross. Get the hammer ready. Yeah. And also, mods, if you could be kind of aware, because this stream, we're going to get some weirdos in. And tourists. And I'm not new person friendly. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I will kill you. I'm kidding. Oh my god. We get weirdos every stream. I'm a VTuber. Who am I kidding? Sister Sunny, please judge us hard. You're going to hell. So I thought it would be fun to rank it from, you know, like the rings of hell. There's 7 of them, right? Like the first ring, it's not so bad. You're fine.
Sunny, you put some of those weirdos on the mod team. Guilty as charged.
No! Thank you, Sapphire. Thank you for the bits. Layer cake of hell. So it's like a sin tier list. I'll give you a ranking for how hard you have sinned. And like, if your thing is so normal, I'm going to send you to heaven to spite you.
They had to make a new layer of hell just for me.
Oh, I'm sure they didn't. That one's reserved for me. The secret 8th layer. Dante's fanfic? Yeah, Dante's fanfic. I didn't know that Dante's Inferno was all a lie. I thought that was, like, valid. It's not. It's just not real. What? I just assumed that Dante's Inferno was... Everyone references Dante's Inferno. Well, guess what? That shit's not real. Dante's Wattpad! Ah! It's actually just completely like... He was just like, what if there was there were layers to hell, like an onion?
Guys, sins are ranked now.
Shrek reference?
Oh, Lily, hi! Lily, thank you so much for the 10 months.
Naruto, my wife. Yes, it's been a while. Oh, not 10 months. What am I talking about? 19 months.
Naruto, my WIFFFFE.
Sins are ranked now. Thank you, Mort! All right, guys, we have to get started because we have 90 or so to read through. I think I set everything up, but I probably didn't. I worked 4 hours this morning and I'm going to kill myself. All right, this... Oh, wait, let me move over a little bit more. Oh, wait, I'm floating. Oop, there we go. Okay, guys. Ah, shit, the crop's weird. Hold on, I can fix this. I can fix this. We sinned too much. No such thing. No such thing. Wait, it needs to be... Oh, fuck. Wait. Yes. Yes. All according to Keikaku. All right, we have our first confession. By the way, you can still submit confessions. We might literally not get to them. I'm trying to save this as a scene so that... Oh, by the way, you can probably tell yours by the time, or like if your friend was like, I submitted one and it's like at 10, this is the... If your friend DM'd you and it was like 10:15 and they were like, I sent in a confession. That's the only way you can pretty much tell. So there's no names. We love being anonymous on the internet. That's always really led to good things, I think. Okay, confession. I ate anything as a kid. Acorns, sand, mud, etc. Even once a spider plant my parents had to call poison control. Fun times. So long as you weren't eating like literal poopy, I think you're fine. Whoa, Fifi, thank you for the raid. What the heck? Praise the glitchy tentacles. Oh, goodness. Praise be. Preach, sis. Welcome in. My name is Sunny. Today I am a nun, and I'm judging your confessions. You're actually still able to submit them if you would like, and thank you for the raid. That's very, very kind of you. I am explaining, judging upon my chat, whether or not they're going the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, or seventh ring of hell. Yeah, ask Fifi about her new model. I'm gonna ask, what's new? Was there a new model recently? Did I miss it? I love her model. I love her tattoos. Also, thank you so much for gifting a sub. The chat's now moving so fast that like I can't see her. Submit where? Good question. Mods! Help. Please. Hype train.
New hype train emotes.
Thank you for the hype train. Goodness gracious. Kiss, 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 kisses. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Welcome in, everybody. I hope you guys have a good time. We're just going to keep reading, and you can join my Discord to submit one in the... If we could just post the link, that would be, like, so sexy, if you could. But that's okay if you guys are like, we don't want to do that. But, yeah, you'll be able to submit soon. So this person just likes to eat things. As a child, you are literally going to heaven. This is not a confession. Oh yeah, also try not to commit to like a federal crime is my only request. If you go and submit to the form, that's okay. It has no name. Just try not to be like, I murdered a man. the address is here. Please don't do that, but yeah. All right, next one.
I can't wait to get yeeted to layer 17 for my sin.
I won't even know which one's yours. Oh my gosh. We'll do it. Submissions may not be literal crimes. That's like my only request. I don't want to be like, oh, what do I do with this? The body's at 123 Apple Street. I'm like, oh my god, I'm just a streamer. I'm just a girl. All right, we're on number 2. I may have accidentally given myself a wrist problem from late night goon sessions. I stopped after that for my wrist. Poor lefty. Guy, just switch the hands. What is... Switch the hands that you use if you're having like arthritis. Left? Are you crazy? You better be right-handed. You gotta be using your offhand. That is I'm not gonna say any more, but like, anyway, this is like the first, wait, okay, this is a lot of goon. This is to actually like hurt your wrist. This is kind of a lot of goon. My guy had a medical problem. Maybe this is like the 3rd layer of hell. Cause that's enough goon to be like, oh dude, I need to go to the hospital. Is too real. What was that good? You don't gotta tell me. You might have, okay, this is a good point. You might have weak wrists.
We are not responsible if you incriminate yourself in legal misconduct.
That's true, we're not. I'm not gonna go to the police and be like, oh my god, an anonymous viewer told me this thing, but I'm gonna be uncomfortable. Just use your feet, coward. Okay, here, you're either one, a wimpy little tiny whist baby, and you're fine, you're going to heaven, and you were like, oh my god, or you're like a goon warrior and you're going to hell. And I would say 3rd ring. 3rd ring at most. Next. Confession. I was so bored in middle school and desperate for friends, I taught myself how to write with both hands upside down and mirrored. It's a fun party trick. You're going to heaven. This is not a confession. This is like, it's a bit of a confession. This is basically, you're just showing off the fact that now you know how to write with both hands upside down and mirrored. Actually, the mirrored thing is insane, but you're going to heaven. I committed the very real and totally serious crime of not watching every single Sunny Splosion stream. L me plus I'm washed plus rip bozo. The bozo is me. I must face the white woman wrath. This is really sad because I haven't had to do this yet, but yeah, 9th. 9th, unfortunately. It's gonna be the lowest ring. As deep as you can get into the rings of hell. Damn, kill this guy. Mods, can you... We're gonna have to find this person. You don't have to watch every single one of my streams. Thank you, though, for confessing that you haven't. You're all guilty. What about that one private stream I had like 8 years ago on a side channel? You weren't even there. There was like 2 people. What about my stream yesterday? Did you guys know that I have a secret side channel where I stream when I feel like low energy? By the way, I hope you guys have a drink. I have root beer. Root beer, no! I got myself a large amount of diet root beer because I went food shopping and I was like, ooh, you know what would be good? When I miss a stream. It's unfortunate. You donate to the poor. You clean roads. Thank you so much for the hype, Chaz. Let's go, guys. I wasn't able to see the hype train on my end, which is why I wasn't hyping it up. Also, we just started. I didn't want to be like, all right, everybody, let's get those wallets out. let me work for it. Also, yeah. Next, you're going to heaven. I play League of Legends. League of Legends, I don't mind League players as much as I used to. When I played a fuck ton of League, I cared a lot. Now I'm just like, oh, you play League? Okay, whatever. The immediate joke is like, ew, ew. But I'm like, oh, first layer. First ring. It depends on your main. Actually, it really depends. If you're like, I play League of Legends and I main Vayne top. Then it is actually like probably the second or third layer. If you're like, I play Skarner, you are going to heaven. They main Twitch mid roaming. Ew, ew, ew. No, one trick pony for Shen. Heaven. Why would you play that character? Where do Azir players go? I think maybe hell because they think they're really good at the game. Azir players are the type to push up the glass and be like, actually, Azir has 1.0 magic AP scaling.
If they play Yasuo, I sentence them to a shower.
Yeah, Yasuo is like hell and wherever there's water in hell. It's not that bad. He's going to hell. He's already there. Yeah, wait, maybe you're going to heaven because like you've already done your time. I'm really sorry about that. Okay, for most of my life, weirdly until I became a legal adult, I just couldn't burp and still can't on command. So when I have started being able to, I started how many times I did so, and now I have an active running count of how many times I've burped in my life, which as of typing is 508? That's it? Have you considered going to the doctor? That sounds awful. What do you do when you drink soda? Do you just die? I don't get it. Also, give me a second. You're going to be jump scared. Actually, let me do this. Is the sacred light healing Jesus music loud enough in the background? Or should I turn it up? Oh, it's so loud now. I turned it up a bit. Now we all can be showered in Jesus song. This is like not, you're not going to hell, but oh my God, you're going to the doctor. You are going to the doctor. I sentence you to go to make an appointment. Drink more soda. It's like, no, that's like feeding soda to a turtle. They'll just explode. All right. Oh my God. Okay, we have a book. We have our first book, Confession. This might be very weird, but I have to do it. 2 years ago, I gave my phone to my older brother so he could use Snapchat because his phone camera was broken. He is using my phone often. However, when I check the notifications, it indicates that a screen recorded video has been saved. Oh my God. When I checked it through my gallery, it shows him clicking girls' DMs and snaps. But last but not least, he clicked a snap that shows a girl naked. And he whacking it, dude. Not only that, there's also these local dudes in Snapchat where there's a video showing him. Oh my God! We're about to send to the girl on Snapchat. When I checked through his DMs, there were so many girls. Oh my god, guys. Imagine getting caught by parents because of this, but the one who did this, all of this, is your sibling. He deleted those screenshots and screen recorded videos, but I found them in Google One app. That's all. That is awful. This is like, my guy, this is actually like 9th layer, but for your brother. So you lent him your phone and he recorded himself whacking it on your phone. Yeah, unfortunately, you might actually go to hell just like by being related to this person. But also, like, why on... I don't understand all of this. How did he get caught? Oh my god, wait! You tattled! You tattled. Dude, I can't believe this. You're a rat. Okay, 9th layer. Oh my god, porn! Ew, ew! Oh my god! Yeah, on your phone, that was a bad idea. But like, for the tattling, you're going to hell. Betrayal is 9th layer. Like, yeah, I get that that was a really unfortunate video to watch. Your brother's a fucking idiot. But yeah, both of you are going to the ninth layer. That was a good one. That was a good one. I gag whenever I taste eggs. Back when I was a kid, the doctor told my parents that I need more egg diet due to medical reasons, and they followed. They really followed through because for 4 months, they only fed me nothing but egg dishes. Scrambled, sunny side up, poached, salted quail eggs, and such. What? You may have been abused. That is weird. Your parents are weird, and you're not going to hell. No layers for you, but unfortunately, your parents are, like, uber strange. I mean, I get eating, like, an egg dish every day, once a day. You're having, like, a bad day, and you're like, you know what? I can't, like, if you're having a bad day, you've had too much egg, you should be able to tell your parents, I actually think I'll skip the egg today. I think it's okay. No egg. With the fact that you just went only egg for 4 months? Yeah, maybe a little overboard. Eggs for every meal, they're like bagel bites. Ew. I'm so sorry. You got abused. I feel partially responsible for the proliferation of pregnant Sunny, and sometimes I look at what I've done like Oppenheimer at the end of the movie. It was you! It was you. There's so much art of me pregnant. Oh my god. I'm so curious who you are. I don't know who you are, but you know who you are. Heaven. You're going to heaven. I just started Hollow Knight, and I told someone that I don't like it, but I do like it. Oh my god. Wow, bro. But telling someone you don't like Hollow Knight is pretty bad. That's like, why would you say that? Because you know it's everyone's favorite game ever. Pregnant Sunny, yes, if you go into my Discord and look at my art tab, you'll find like the season of my channel, of the Discord server where everyone was drawing me pregnant. Pregnant. And there's a lot of memes. And this is fine. You're not going to hell. You're going to like a Dairy Queen. You're going to Weenie Hut Juniors. You'll be fine. I go to the forest in my neighborhood just to talk to ghosts. I know they're there. Holy, you're going to the doctor. You need to take your meds. Okay, placebo. I'll give this a placebo out of 10. I think that the you knowing they're there is like, no you don't. Ghosts. Yeah, unfortunately, this isn't like too bad. It's just like, it is a pretty intense confession to make. You are stating, and I understand, like, this is a good anonymous one to make. I'm positive ghosts are real. What experience did you have that makes you so uncertain? Did you see like a candle get blown out? Did like something slap your ass and then whisper in your ear, I'm a ghost? Exorcism? They are there, I promise. Egg, was this you? Egg, were you the egg person? All right, next one. I'm obsessed with Pokemon. You're going to Weenie Hut Juniors. I think Corner's wife is hot. Dude. She is hot. Bapanada. They made her 90% butt. This is a tame one. You're fine. Lukewarm takes. Adultery, 4th layer. Wait. Hold on. But would you? All right, chat. Would you, though? Everyone's like, oh, she's so hot. Oh, she's hot. All right, do it. Prove it. Oh, is she hot? Interesting. She snatched with a dumpy. You would? Yes? I respect Corner too much. You're right. I actually like those two as a couple. I really like when he's snoring in the background. Yeah. This is a good take. It's true. Not a confession. It's true. We all think it. Oh god. When I was 5 years old, I was watching some YouTube on my tablet when a weird video appeared, but it was something Sonic related. Of course I had to watch it. The video was gameplay of a spicy Sonic fan game, to say the least. That has since ruined me, and I remained forever traumatized. Oh no! Oh, you sweet summer child. This is awful. I know that we all have had those moments where we click on something and we're like, huh, this looks like it might be porn. Oh, no, it is porn. And you weren't expecting. Heaven, yeah, you get heaven, 6 months paid therapy, a vacation. I'll throw in, how about this? You can also have a 4% flat mortgage rate during your life. Found so much hentai on YouTube back in the day. Oh my god. Yeah, I remember, I was watching, so many times I would get in trouble for watching like a YouTube video with a curse. My dad one time thought I was looking at something inappropriate because I was watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. And there was a moment where, Kuno, thank you so much for the freaking raid. How are you doing? Hi. Today we are reading Chat's Anonymous Confessions. I hope that you guys enjoy. Kuno, for those who you already know, I'm certain, because we've talked about it a lot. Kuno is a very, very talented artist who drew the Dreamers at Off-Kai and sold a lot of the posters that you guys bought. So yeah. I hope that you guys go check out Kuno. But yes, we're reading some confessions. We got to one where unfortunately this person needs to be compensated by the universe. Lick the Raiders. Sorry, they get a little excited. The drool doesn't come out of clothes though, so you might wanna step back. All right, next one. I try to gaslight an AI into think that today is actually tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie. Guys, I need to know your opinion on this. Are you nice to ChatGPT? I have realized recently that I'm not very nice to ChatGPT. Not ChatGPT. No, I'm not. I call ChatGPT a fucking idiot all the time. Dude, refuse to use it. Yeah, honestly, I sometimes really need it at work. I'm kind of an idiot, high-key. Tell ChatGPT to get a real body. Oh my god, don't talk to me again until you're real. Sometimes I'm talking to ChatGPT. I'm like, and they'll give me something that's wrong, and I'll be like, where did you get that information? And they'll be like, I just knew it. And I'll be like, did you? And they'll be like, yeah. And I'm like, can you like cite a source? And they're like, no. And I'm like, you're a fucking idiot, dude. Why are you doing that? I will body shame ChatGPT. No! It has no body. Technically, ChatGPT has no body. Although I do understand that AI data centers are destroying the planet. So if you're concerned about dwindling resources, try not to talk to ChatGPT more than you need to. Next. I'm an extraterrestrial. I don't believe you. You're going to the first layer of hell because you're a liar. You're a liar. Glorp? Oh, glorp? A worm? God damn it, alien. Was that? It wasn't even alien. Alien superstar. Whip, whip. I almost burned my house down a couple of times. Before I even turned 10? Have you burnt your house down anytime? Like, have you... How about recently? Guys, I have to go take a picture of something because I have something that is very applicable. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. So I was making chili earlier. All right, I'm picture this. I am making pounds of chili. And I'm enjoying cooking. Let me really quickly minimize this. And out of the blue, I start to smell something. I'm like, something smells a little toasty. What could that be? What could that be? I wonder. Well, as it turns out, oh, it didn't download. It didn't download. As it turns out, I was burning something that wasn't the food. Oh, it's scanning for viruses. Thank you, Google. Thank you for scanning my file for viruses. And then I was washing the dishes. I was like, oh, that looks bad. I burnt my spoon. My nice wooden spoon. Man. But the chili was fucking bussin'. Wait, can I get you a picture of the chili? It's in the Stream Alerts channel. Oh yeah. This is my jam. Look at this shit. Worth it. There's the spoon unburnt. I must confess, I spent money on Raid Shadow. That's actually a really crazy confession. You spent real money on Raid Shadow Legends. But you beat the game, so now you never have to spend money again. I mean, it's your money, but the game. I actually kind of like Raid Shadow. How could you actually spend real money? Get a sponsor. This one is crazy. You're not going to hell though. You're going to like Weenie Hut Jr. Oh my god. We have a journal. I'm nowhere near the correct. Oh my god. I gave laxatives to a child. It was on accident, and I was also a child at the time! No way. During an airsoft event, the organizers were giving out MREs, meals ready to eat, the participants to eat for lunch. Since I brought my own lunch, I ate it for dinner at home. I forgot what the main meal was, but it definitely came from a tiny Tabasco bottle and some gum. Wait, what? Definitely came with tiny Tabasco bottle and some gum. I brought both to school the following week to do some trades. Oh, I know this. I know food trades. A kid traded me a bag of chips and some lifesavers for both. There was a faint memory of him constantly going to the bathroom that day, but it had not registered to me at the time. Only 10 years later, when I was on an MRE video essay rabbit hole, that I learned there was a myth that although MRE gum having laxatives were a myth, it contained xylitol, a sugar alcohol that does have a laxative effect on some people. I still haven't told the kid I traded back then this. Sugar alcohols will make you shit your pants. Trust me. Have you ever heard of the gummies, like the gummy bears that will make you just absolutely shit your pants? It is xylitol. It's a sugar alcohol in there. So yes, those can and will make you shit your pants, and kids will chew a piece of gum for 5 minutes, and they're like, ew, it doesn't even have any flavor, and they'll spit it out and go through the whole pack in an hour. So this, I believe, I think you did give this child a mild laxative. Haribo sugar-free gummy bears. I have, when I'm doing keto, I'm not doing it now, but when I do it, I eat a lot of sugar-free ice cream. When I say a lot, like I have it every so often. And I have to be careful because it will make me absolutely shit myself. I will just be sitting there and be like, oh God, oh boy. You're going to hell. First ring. The reason you're going to hell is because you didn't tell them. You didn't confess your sins to the person. I secretly put leche flan inside your galaxy scarf for safekeeping from the crewlings. I think I lost it. You lost it in my scar? It's probably like miles away from now. It floated away. You wasted good flan. Don't you know? Don't you know the Catholic saying that the Catholic guilt that everybody has? Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our day of bread, and forgive us our trespasses. You're supposed to appreciate your food. I say with daily bread. The Lord's Prayer. I like, not the leche flan. This is against scripture. Death sentence, actually. You don't have to go to hell. Hi, Sunny. I have a challenge for you. You need to remember the letters from each checkpoint. If you remember them all, you'll be able to reveal my confession. What the fuck is this? You're allowed to write the letters down. There will be 11 checkpoints in total. 10 of them dash the letters. 1 dash the order in which they should be arranged. Good luck. No. Wait, should I do it? Oh, first checkpoint V. Oh, okay, you know, I'll play. Sorry. my immediate reaction, nah. Okay, V. Writing it down. I laughed at a sobbing man. Oh my God. Okay, this is drama. My boss was trying to calm a customer down because of a misunderstanding on how he earns his bonuses. Misunderstanding on how he owns his bonuses. After a few minutes of the customer not listening to a word my boss said, the customer got so frustrated with tears in his eyes and screamed, I have 172 IQ. I'm smarter than you. And I just started laughing, and not a laugh you can play off either. He started crying more and listened even less to what my boss was saying. Oh my God. This is like Karen energy, but also like so weird. No, I'm a super genius. I'm a super genius. You have to believe me. He made it worse. Like, okay. So he doesn't understand customer, how he earns his. So why? Okay, why does the customer care about how the boss earns the bonuses? That's weird. The customer not listening. By the way, like the fact that you like the boss wasn't able to explain how they earn bonuses and they got a customer in tears tells me that the boss probably isn't very smart. Well, the fact that I know what you mean, laughing at a situation like this over like a rewards program, I don't know. His own bonuses for the product. Okay, yeah. Well, I'm not gonna lie. Any companies that do referral programs like this, sometimes I'm like, they tend to be like they can be shady. And they can kind of misrepresent what these things mean. They do that intentionally, by the way. So I get the confusion part. That being said, when you're confused and crying, don't say you have high IQ. You want to become a gerbil. You want to be like, I don't get it. Oh, what the heck you? And then afterwards, you can go ahead and believe you have a high IQ. You live in whatever world you want. This, for me, the whole story is crazy. This whole story is insane, and I don't think you're going to hell because I would have laughed too. This is fucking hilarious. You get a raise for having to deal with this shit. That's what you get. Okay. Oh. Whenever white customers come in with an attitude, I throw on a slight southern accent when talking to them. It calms them down. And they're happy at the end of things. I'm not from the South. I've never lived in the South. I don't have family from the South. I'm as Yankee as a doodle dandy, and I just keep doing it because it works. Oh, bless your heart. Oh my goodness, did this happen to you? There's no way. Oh, darling. Well, I'm really sorry about this. We're gonna get this taken care of for you, okay? That's funny because all of my friends who have a southern accent kind of hide it, have like learned to suppress it. This is just you being good at your job. And also it's hilarious, so you're going to heaven. This is hilarious. And also maybe I'll do it because I work with customers. Although my customers are experts in their fields. And I'm basically their lackey. Next time one of my customers is like, hey, this is broken, I'm gonna be like, oh my goodness. Well, ain't that something? Oh, well, I guess I'm gonna have to fix this. Lying is bad. No, lying is okay. I talked to God. I asked him. They said it was fine. You can take notes from me. Ma!
I like Sunny Splosion Splode Love.
Thank you for the 43 months, Mr. Ryan. I hope you're doing okay. Hope you're feeling better, and thank you for supporting. Okay, oh, we got another good one. All right. A long time ago, our family used to have an orange cat, a precious boy with a heart of gold. It was always a menace with fish. We would always watch them swim and try to catch them when they came near the surface. It was a saltwater tank. So these were not small goldfish, but exotic and expensive critters. One day I got hungry, really hungry. Our little boy passed away, always being blamed for it. Oh! I hope he gets to eat that fish while up in cat heaven. It was delicious! There is no way. Dude, no, this is actually so funny. You were a kid, I'm sure you were a child, and children do things, okay? Children eat fish that are in the tank. I'm glad you didn't get salmonella. By the way, I have a really fucked up fish story as well, which I regret a lot. I'll do my own little confession because you brought this up. First of all, you don't go to hell. Well, maybe first ring of hell, because like I never ate a fish, so I think you might be like a little out there. But when I was like 4 years old, maybe like 3 or 4, I got in trouble. I got in trouble for something, and my dad was like, "All right, you have to clean the fish tank. Since we are doing everything around here, you're gonna clean the fish tank." I was not shown how to do it. And so crying, I put dish soap in the fish tank. They all died. I felt so bad about it. But I look back and I'm like, why would you do that to me? Like, I didn't even know how to like wipe my own butthole well. I still pooped my pants. And you're telling me to clean the fucking fish tank? It was like a fucking 30-gallon fish tank. What was I supposed to do? They call her the cleaner. Yeah. There was a lot of goldfish that died that day. We had one fish that lived. It was a large goldfish called Mr. Mustache. He was fine. And you were how old? I was like 3 or 4. I was like in preschool. And my dad was like, oh no. And to be fair, my mom obviously would have never told me to do that, but you know how it do be when it's a dad. They were like, "You'll figure out how to do it." All right. Next one. We both had a confession. We're both going to hell. I'm a fan of Metal Gear franchise and Devil May Cry franchise, even though I don't play the games. I feel like I've had that. This is not a sin. This is not bad, although it is a confession, because then you're going to be talking to people, and I'm assuming you're in the fandom and people are like, "Oh yeah, this game was so good." And you're probably like, "Oh, I didn't play that one." And then you have to go through the list and be like, "Oh yeah, I didn't play any of them." So long as you're not, I have a feeling you're not telling people. You're not being like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I haven't played any of the games." Metal Gear fan excited to play games for the first time. I heard the new game was good. I missed so many good games. Like Borderlands 4 came out and the new Metal Gear. I did not play them. And now Sonic is coming out, and then a Silent Hill game is coming out, and Hades 2 is being officially released. Yeah, you're going to Weenie Hut Jr. You're fine. Okay, a big one. We got a book. I prefer the books, honestly. I stand in a weird place in life where I volunteer nearly daily on a sewer slide hotline. What is that? Oh, sewer slide. I know that I've helped many people, met with 5 people that I myself have saved the lives of, yet I feel the exact same ways they do. I can't seem to help myself. I don't talk to my coworker about it, so I'll be forced to stop helping others. I know what you mean. At my work, I'm actually not allowed to be mentally ill. Yeah. But it's a weird place in my life where I help others from drowning, yet I can't seem to save myself. I'm tired of attempting to kick up to keep myself afloat. I'm happy to help everyone I know, even those I don't. I'm getting tired of attempting to float. I think that you should, get some therapy. I would say that you're not going to hell for this. You've saved a lot of people. So yeah, no hell. But I will say you need to get yourself help. Sometimes if you don't know how to swim, like, what are you gonna do? You'll just keep drowning. I confess that I do not know what to confess about. Jail. I really don't have any confessions come to mind. I didn't want to lie. So I guess my confession is submitting a confession without a real confession. You are going to confession jail. I'm not parasocial in the slightest. I respect the viewer-streamer relationship and prefer it that way. With all that said, earlier this year, I was under extreme stress and wasn't sleeping well at all. Under one of those nights of poor sleep, I basically passed out from exhaustion and had a vivid lucid dream about laying in bed and being the little spoon with Irina Machina from Face Connect. Whoa, buddy. This is hilarious. You have a chance. You have a chance. I'm lying. You don't. But this is like, this is cute in a way. You're cheating on me. Are you cheating on me? No, I'm kidding. This sounds like a comfortable dream. You don't go to hell for this. Dude, I've had worse dreams. I had a dream where I was like... Guys, I had a dream that I was like on one of... This was like this was kind of recent. This was like a month ago. I had a dream that I was like on one of the 9/11 planes. And everyone was like, Sonny, you have to stop it. And I was like, I don't know how. As a passenger, yes, I was a passenger. I had a dream that I was put in charge of like saving one of the towers. I was so stressed out. Yes, as a passenger. Everyone was like, Sonny. Everyone for some reason was like, oh my God, I guess you're gonna have to do something about this. Oh my God. The tower protector. Like, you're just like, I had a dream I was the little spoon. In like, I was like so cozy. Oh yeah? Well, good, that sounds nice. How about the waking up in sweats because you thought it was your responsibility to stop 9/11, and you did it, by the way. I woke up because I crashed. The pilot comment from yesterday could have been bad. I don't even know the pilot comment. I think the witch queen dress ribbons are your arms every single time. Everyone says this. I don't see it. says it, so there must be something to it. That's tough. It was tough. It doesn't look like my arms. I would show you guys, but my body's toggled off. You said you wanted a pilot license yesterday. Oh, I do. I was actually signed. I've had dreams of like becoming a pilot for a long time. I wonder if that dream like was part of it. Like, this is what I could do if I had a pilot's license. But like I signed up and had to drop classes that I was taking like for piloting. The advantage and disadvantage of not being able to dream. You can't dream. When I was 5, I stole a unique Lego sword piece from my friend because I had the same sword piece back home, which I couldn't find. So I assumed he had stolen it from me. At 26, I found both of the sword pieces while sorting out the old Lego collection. No way! This sucks. Thank you so much for the 27 months, Kuma. No, this is tough. Have you guys... Mega hell. I had a problem growing up where we thought that somebody was taking, one of the kids in the neighborhood was taking Pokemon cards. I'm happy that I was never the kid who stole anything from my friends. Ever. I think that it's easy for a kid to do that. So I don't blame you, especially because you thought that he had stolen it from you. But also, like, damn, that's a sad thing for a child to be like, oh yeah, I've been taught that like people steal things from me. Like, for the longest time, we were thinking that like we were just losing cards. But in reality, we were like definitely getting them stolen from us. To commit seppuku with one of the swords. First ring. Second ring. It's hard. A lot of these are like when you were a child. Child you, first ring. And whenever people mishear me and just make up a new similar story for what they think I said. Oh, that's fucked up. So you just said, so what you're saying is blank, blank, blank. Yes, and you're a confusing person. First ring. Second ring. It's just so unnecessary. It's also something you still do, and it takes a lot of effort. Like, that's kind of hard to do, to like kind of like improv that. You went out of your way. All right, I feel that everything I'm doing right now is met with a setback after setback, and I rest. My morning job keeps implementing these overly stupid, unnecessary procedures that makes things more difficult. Not job has been a point where I can't stand it. From the area to the people I work with, everything about my night job is miserable. My home, I'm just so tired. Yeah, I appreciate it. This isn't really a place to rant, but what I will say is I hope you feel better, and you might need to give up a job. One of your jobs might be too much. You might be burnt out. Hang in there. Yeah. I just, I'm not good with that kind of stuff, but I hope you hang in there. I cannot open a bag of chips, crisps without eating them all. Oh. I don't like the flavor they get after a day, even if the bag is folded in rubber band. No, this is really valid. Actually, I bought myself like a bag's resealer that melts the plastic because of this exact thing. No, this is you're going to Walmart to go buy me a bag of sour cream and onion chips. You're not going to hell. Oh, we're loading the response. I have a stuffed teddy bear I got the day I was born. It's an otter. Oh my god. That's actually really cool. I have a stuffed teddy bear that I got when I had an ear infection. I went to the emergency room and I was screaming my head off. I think it's important. Keep some mementos. I bought a Sunny Explosion plush and taken around sightseeing. My nieces love it and call it my son. I've seen a lot of your pictures of the Fumo sightseeing. Oh? Father Sunny, I come today to confess my sins. I grew up with a girl down the street and we played together every day. She was my best friend. But here's my sin. I always let her beat me at video games, even though she was incredibly bad at them. I've never seen somebody so slow at tapping a button or a quiz game. This is a nice thing for you to do. But just kick her ass. She's not going to get any better if you keep winning. Or if you keep losing. Then she's like, oh, I'm good. In fact, every time she loses, flick her on the forehead. She'll get really good really quickly. I'm kidding. Don't do that. Unless you're like really good friends. I grew up playing games with my brothers. They had no mercy. I will say that oftentimes they wouldn't even let me play with them. You're no hell for you. I've ghosted my League of Legends team for a year now. Can only do so many thousands of matches before it gets repetitive. This is interesting because the ghosting, like the League of Legends, it's fine. In fact, maybe you are recovering from League of Legends. Like you're not playing ranked league team stuff. Maybe this is recovery, but ghosting. Ghosting's tough. What do you guys think about ghosting? For me, it's tough because I used to actually ghost people. I try not to now, but like I used to just like stop talking to people and just like people I used to talk to a lot. And then I'd just be like, one day I'd finally respond and be like, oh, sorry, I've been really, really busy. But in reality, I'm dreading the like having to talk to this person. But that's me. That's a me problem of, oh, I don't have the emotional maturity to fix this shit. You gotta be honest, yeah. And this person's still messaging me, so they're clearly still thinking about, like, me as a friend. So the response would be, I don't really know if I can be friends with you anymore. So that they get closure. So important. I had an ex that ghosted me and moved to Michigan. What? That's so random. Called the Ghostbusters. Yeah. Not the moving to Michigan. Did they move to Michigan first and then ghost you? Because I can kind of like, I can see that being kind of like a hint of, oh, I'm going to Michigan. Things have been good. The ex borrowed a bunch of money and was pregnant and married in a month. Holy crap! They didn't borrow money, they stole money. I had a friend who, guys, I think I told you this story. I'm gonna go on a little bit of a rant about a friend who I now ghost, who I made videos with a shit ton. I made a lot of videos with this person. And they were a really good friend of mine. I'm gonna spill all the beans, but they were in like every single one of my videos. And then one day, another friend of mine who was in a lot of my videos called me crying because they were getting bullied by my other friend who was in all of my videos. It was Pickle. I didn't know Pickle yet. Oh, did I? I might have known Pickle. No, I don't think I knew Pickle until like 2018. No, I think I knew Pickle in like 2017. Maybe 16? But this was like 2015. And I blocked the friend who was doing the bullying. And then suddenly they weren't in my videos and everyone was like, "What? Where's your friend? Where's your friend?" And I was like, well, I don't want to be like, this friend sucks. And they got better, honestly. They did get better after that. And then flash forward 5 years. After a year of them being blocked, I unblocked them and we worked it out and we played games again. But I was always really, really cautious of this person. But then flash forward to the year 2020. They asked me to borrow $5,000. Guess who's stupid? Guess who's stupid? I did it. I lent them $5,000. And they told me that they had lost a lot of money in options and their bank account had gone negative and they needed $5,000. And I was like, oh my God, they're getting charged every day an overdraft fee and they're like in a hole. Okay, I'll help. So I lent them money and lo and behold, I actually got it back. And this is where I really realized I fucked up.
Well,
Is that
I'm not sure if you should put this towards your car or towards that 5,000.
this is what really got me is that the original request for me to lend them $5,000 was to build trust so that the next times they asked me to lend them money, I would believe they would pay it back. Because they proceeded to never pay anything back and ask for money. And now I don't talk to them anymore. They kept asking for money. One day they asked me for like $300, and then they were like, dude, I really need the money for my medicine. And then the next day they had a dog. They adopted a dog. And they were posting it all over social media. And I was like, weird, curious, strange. That's manipulative shit. It was so manipulative. I'm very suspicious of this person all the time. But all right, we're moving on. Sorry, it became story time. I prefer rice over potatoes. This is actually a pretty good, this is a good take. Head pats for Sister Explosion. Did he think you wouldn't see? I think they didn't care. I think they didn't care. This is fine. I like potatoes as well. Depends on the situation. Potatoes in a stew, much better than rice in a stew. For some reason, thank you for the stretch, canned potatoes are like fucking awesome. I like buying canned potatoes because like they absorb a flavor in like 2 seconds. But canned potato, like I put canned potatoes in my curry. Oh, so good. So good. I remember faces, not names. Very awkward at family gatherings. Oh my god. Guys, I get this. I've had so much trouble because like I don't meet people very much IRL. And I realized, so you might have experienced this, meeting people IRL and seeing them and talking to them is part of like being able to get, like, I can't guess people's age at all, ever. I look at somebody and I'm like, you are either, you could be 30 or 51. I don't know. But one time I talked to my librarian and she was like, I read this book when I like was in college. And I was like, oh, like a couple years ago? And she was like, I'm 48. And I was like, you're what? Oh, okay. It was so bad. I didn't know what to say. She didn't look like she was 48 to me, but like I was like, you know what? I guess she does look a little 48. I just never ever see people. I see anime characters. I'm scratching my eye. It's a compliment. Yeah, she probably took that well. I hope so. I'm allergic to cats, but I haven't told my cat yet. Be careful. So long as you're not like deadly allergic or like living with hives, it's fine. But you gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. That's not bad. You're not going to hell. Pepsi is better than Coca-Cola. Ooh, this is a good take. Heaven. Whew. Hold on. I'm not gonna lie. I agree with this. Pepsi is just like a little spicier than Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola? Here's the thing about Pepsi. No? Nah, it's good. Trust me. Put them side by side and taste them both at the same time. Pepsi's better. That reminded me to have some root beer. Root beer, no. It goes root beer, Dr. Pepper. Honestly, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, Coca-Cola and Pepsi are pretty low on this. Like, Fanta. Grape Fanta is so good. It kind of goes, like, down, down, down. Pepsi or Coke? Let's do a poll. Oh my god, Cocky Cola. Ooh! I've never seen that one before. Pispy. Wow, you guys certainly have takes. Nobody say shit about Fanta. Diet Coke is the GOAT. Coke Zero, in my opinion, is better. I'm like, I don't even know why they have, like, 2 different versions. Beepus. Alright, I'm right. I know that 2/3 of you think that Coca-Cola is better, but I'm right. And so is this listener. Or this viewer. I may have been in the stripped club, straight up jorking it, and by it, well, let's just say, my peanuts, forgive me, I have sinned. Oh my god. So, you're just trying to say you jorked it in a strip club? Do they even let you do that in a strip club? Won't you get, like, escorted out? Wait, I just realized, by the way, that my, like, earrings match this, like, moon crescent design really well on the hood. That's very interesting. Haha. You're not supposed to. If you get caught. So I've heard. So you just are there to appreciate titty? Oh, that sounds awesome. I want to go to a strip club. Would that count as public indecency? Is a strip club like a public place? I guess that would be like, it would just be like, ew, ew. Why is there a man with his wee-wee out? So it would be like, kind of like, yeah, I guess it would be kind of semi-public? Yeah, I guess it, but it's like anyone can walk in. Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad that you got a good jork in though. 7th layer. I want to live with Sunny. This is your confession? I want to live with Sunny. Every time she talks about doing stuff like cooking or cleaning, I feel motivated to do that stuff too. I feel like she would be really fun to do chores with. And I want to see the look on her face when she comes home and sees all the chores that are done, so she can just relax and make out with her totally real girlfriends, Vi and Marissa. Yo, I would be willing to wear a blindfold around her so I never see her face. Gotta respect my Oshi's privacy. This is a little parasocial, but it's actually really funny. I want to live with Sunny. I'm glad that I can give you motivation to do stuff, but like, I'm boring as shit. And I am totally married to Marissa, who breaks my back all the time. This is so close to being a cuck. I don't think this is close to being a cuck. I think they just want a roommate. Unless this, guys, I'm also really fucking dull. Like, I can't tell when things are flirtatious. This is not. Is it? Is this kind of like, I want to live with Sunny. Yeah, I guess that is really parasocial. A roommate who would be blindfolded all the time and do my dishes. I hope that you can vicariously live getting your chores done and being happy through me. And hopefully do them yourself sometimes as well. I'm gonna be clicker trained. What? I'm gonna be clicker trained by my fiance and want to be a cuddly little puppy girl for her when it's complete. Bark bark. Be gay, do crime. Whoa! First of all, let's go the gays. Second of all, holy fuck! Oh my god. So what is clicker train? It's like when you're like, you do a good thing and they do the click, and then they give you a treat, and then you're like, oh my god, this is fucking awesome. It's a kink thing for humans. I thought so. But you don't have to be on all fours, do you? You don't have to actually be like, you don't have to actually bark, do you? It's dog treat training. But you don't have to be like, you don't have to put the dog tail on and bark. She did say puppy girl. I don't know what a puppy girl is. What do you think I am? A knower of puppy girl? A lot of puppy girls really enjoy that. Hey, I bet they fucking do. Okay, I've learned something new today. I hope you enjoy clicker training with your fiance and probably having crazy, I'm gonna leave it there. I've looked at R34 art of Sun Explosion. Oh my god.
Good boy.
Thank you, Sidfire, for the bits. So for this one, same. I was curious. I have an art tag. I have a tag, Sus Explosion. You know, I let people put it somewhere. You think I'm never gonna look in there? Ever? I'm just curious sometimes.
I used a mechanical keyboard next to a puppy girl once. It was horrifying.
Oh my god. Ah! Shinobi! Oh my god. a disappointingly small amount available. Oh my god. I don't tell people like, oh, you know what? You know what you gotta do? You know what I'm fucking missing? I kind of just let people do, you know, I know it exists. We're knowers. This is a good confession. First layer. I want to not say for work Sunny Docky. You're gonna make that Docky stand on its own. I think that I will probably not produce this. Same. This is confessionals, not Duolong's DMs. Can we get some merch made? Do a joke version. What's a docky? Oh my god. A docky is like a body length pillow, and people put anime women on them so that they can hug them and be like, my wife. Or in this case, so that they can cut a hole in it. I'm kidding. I don't think the thing is, it's really expensive to produce a docky, so I don't know about this. But I love it. I love the enthusiasm. Okay, once when I was a young lad, a whippersnapper, if you will, snuck into my neighbor's house through their back door to eat some sour gummy bear vitamins.
I hear Daki don't sell well because usually people just want the art but never actually buy the Daki.
Oh, I learned something. They're also so expensive to get made. Yeah, maybe like a poster or something. Not that I would do. I don't really do not safe for work merch. I looked right at the motherfucker while he was working on his laptop from the room across. I wasn't a starving orphan who needed vitamins. They just tasted really good. Wait. You snuck into your neighbor's house and ate their vitamins and made eye contact. If you eat too much vitamin C, by the way, you'll turn a little orange. Just so you know. That is kind of hilarious. Don't just :3. I was just hungry. This is adorable. Also, kids are fucking stupid. I love it though. First layer, you're going to hell. I ate one of your plasma grades. First layer, you're going to hell. My confession is that I made it the fuck up. Fuck! You got me. Okay, fourth layer. This is the second checkpoint. Thank you.
A little late, but regarding you having a wife, GF. I am sorry, but you truly put the buy in by yourself.
Oh my god! Shut up. Fuck you. Thank you for the bits, Rogan. Wow. I was like, where's this going? Wow. Man, killing myself. Almost 29. It's getting kind of bad. Ah! Dies. Dies of cringe. Oh. Well, thank you for the bits, I guess. If someone is about to embarrass themselves and I can stop it, I just let them. Oh my god, you don't feel like the internal urge to fix something? To be like, wait. I'm protecting you. I'm gonna help you. Like, the secondhand embarrassment prevention is what leads me to action. I'm like, I will do anything to not feel your embarrassment through you vicariously. I will do anything. I don't want that. It's funnier to let them. Oh! Oh my god, 9th layer. You're going to hell. I can't do it. It could be funny. Yeah, but I feel it in my soul. It's like this. It's basically like that embarrassment is happening to me, and then I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna think about the thing that didn't even happen to me, that I saw. You're gonna mega hell. They get to learn not to do it. Oh, you can learn without having to like fuck it up on the way. I was dating someone at my local church, and church was the only time I would see them. So oftentimes we would sit in the back and kiss while church was going on. What? This is so funny. What did they? No one stopped you? Was no one like, oh, you know what? Maybe, in front of God? God is my witness. Oh, in the house of our Lord. Oh my God. You know the pastor was probably like able to see that shit. Probably like, what's going on back there? Some kind of CPR maneuver? No, my pastor would have definitely never let that kind of stuff slide. Hallelujah! Slurp, slurp. You get up, you sing the hymn. Open the book to hymn number 147. And you open it, and you're like, hallelujah, hallelujah. I don't know how to do kissing noises, guys. I would never make it as an ASMR artist. Fuck. Not that you have to do kissing noises for ASMR. It's just that's what VTubers do. I would like to do like ironing ASMR and like normal ASMR. Cleaning, brushing my cat ASMR. Like things, but it's like, I realize how that can be taken. Hold on. We're moving on. I was a part of a play and we worked on it for months. Memorizing lines is not my specialty, but I was a diehard on making sure I did this one correctly. The play itself was set for 2.5 hours. On opening night, the only one we were performing this play, I forgot one of my lines and remembered a line that was towards the end of the play. My cast couldn't rescue me, but to make a long story short, we just cut towards the end and basically skipped an hour of the play! What? What? That is insane! And they were like, well, I guess, fuck it. You really did make a long story short. A lot of kids were probably like, it's not your fault. Like, you could just like, try to like, someone could have saved you somehow. But the fact that they were like, all right, we're at the end now is so funny. Speed running Hamlet. They're like, well, I guess we're here. I don't know. I don't fucking know, dude. What? I have told the story, but I was in one play growing up. I was in the Jungle Book, and I had one part, and I was the rattle part of the snake who hypnotized like Mowgli or whatever, and I was supposed to just shake violently on command, and I took that very seriously. And I shook when the maracas went off, and I fell off stage, and I dragged the whole snake with me. And so, like, 4 or 5 children fell off the stage. Oops. Accidentally knocked out a dog! The neighbor's dog was really excited to see me and bolted straight at me. He went into full sprint and headbutted my knee and fell over. He got up after a few seconds, but I felt really bad about it. No! No! Credits, snake ass, sun explosion. It was me. I was famous after that. A few of them began to cry. A few of the snake children began to cry in despair. It was really upsetting. I also was really embarrassed. I probably did cry, but I was so focused on the other people crying that I wasn't like really paying too much attention. All right, next. I follow over a dozen VTubers, none of them are my Oshi. Jail. I like playing League of Legends because it makes me mad, but it also makes me happy. Jail. Since Sunny once mentioned that she likes when artists draw her chest at an authentic size rather than giving her a full-blown calcium cannons, I once did spend about 2 hours looking at her booba every single I guess I get sure to draw them at the appropriate cup size. Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. Okay. Mr. Research over here. That's so funny. I am not buying this. You wanted to look at my calcium cannons. You want to look at my honker donkers? I was researching. Egg, was this you?
I do the same, but at least I'm honest about it.
That's... Thank you for your honesty. It is appreciated. I mix up people's names that they start with a W. I don't even know any W names. Walter. Not right now, Walter. William Weston. Okay. Wario, Wendy, Wilbert. Okay. They all do kind of sound the same. One-y Waplosion. This isn't too bad. I engage in many not safe for work roleplay groups on Kick towards the end of high school. On Kick? The end of high school? You better have been 18. Oh my god, jail. Mega hell. I don't know what Kick is. What is Kick? How old is Kick? What is that? Is that like, with something else? Not safe for work roleplay groups is crazy. Like, unfortunately, I can't save you. It's another streaming platform. It's different from Kick. Oh, messaging app. Oh, it was like an online messaging app. It's a weird thing to do. I hope that you weren't abused. Therapy? I've never once gooned a Sunny. I don't believe you. No, I do. I don't think my character is like all that goonable. It was part of the that was part of like the goal. Of course, well, I'm in the not this outfit is like different. This outfit. Whew. I'm warm. Well, in high school, me and some classmates went to a McDonald's for lunch. When we left after eating, I saw a McDonald's branded wet floor sign leaning against the door. Without thinking twice, I grabbed the sign and took it with me as a souvenir. The sign was hanging in our classroom door for 2 weeks until the janitor found it and asked to borrow it. Since then, it got used as intended in the corridors of the school building. When I went back 3 years later for a project, I saw the same sign guarding a fresh puddle near the main entrance. That's how one quinky yoink supplied my high school with a slip-free sign in the halls. You donated. This is so funny. The McDonald's employees were probably so confused. Your high school doesn't know where that came from. But it must have been supplied by the school. Because who would put that there? I still have a slip sign and my brother stole from our high school. My cousins have a stop sign that they stole from the side of the road. And I believe that it's like customary for the stop sign to be stolen. Like, there's so many signs around that stop sign that says, please don't steal the sign. And there's like 1,000 posts in the ground. It's a felony, I know. There's 1,000 posts in the ground that are like the old stop signs. And someone comes and steals the stop sign. Every couple of months. And my cousins were like, it hasn't been stolen in a while. I guess we'll do that. Steal signs all the time. I mean, it's just out there. Why not? I think they should just get rid of the stop sign. I threw up? Oh, you poor baby. I'm not actually into Shibari. Leon? That can't be true. This is Leon. This has to be Leon. Wow. Wow. No. Leon, you are the one who Shibaris all of the Fumos you ever get. Who would make such a confession? Who else has claimed to be into Shibari? No one else! It's just you! You're Mr. Shibari boy! King of the Shibari. I am? Yeah! You are, aren't you? Hell for that guy. Leon, it's you! This guy is going to my stream. Sounds like a pretty good outcome. I think they like it. I've almost home-wrecked multiple couples, most accidentally. Holy, some examples. I have shared a bed with someone's girlfriend on multiple occasions. Once we just passed out after drinking and watching anime and woke up cuddling. Dude, you are the nightmare that every boy has. Because the right thing to do is to not get yourself in a position where you may be passing out with somebody else's girlfriend. The girlfriend's also super, super liable. Oh my god, another girl had to share a hotel room and she was accidentally booked a single bed. This was where her BF was on the military deployment. He did not like me. Oh my god, it's like a nightmare. The on deployment sharing a fucking hotel room and there's one bed. This is a nightmare. The only time it wasn't accidental. I prefaced that we should stop hanging out for a while before confessing my feelings to her. We still agreed to take some time apart for the feelings to die down before but they still argued about it and almost broke up apparently. They did not. I went to their wedding. Oh my god. So, okay, that last one is so healthy. I don't mind that. You confessing to them and being like, we need to stop hanging out. And then she told them. She told her partner. She told her partner, hey, there's like this situation happening. And then they clearly resolved it somehow. Instead of like, growth? Could that be growth? That last one's good.
Bottom layer, we send him there now. No NTR in this holy stream.
Yeah, no NTR. The top ones are bad. The top ones are really bad. Because, like, it's nothing. It might be nothing to you, but that girl who was drunk and woke up in a bed with a guy that she, like, wasn't dating might have been, like, horrified. And women get drunk faster than men. Just keep in mind, like, a girl who hasn't drank that much might be, like, pretty drunk. So, I don't know. Obviously, it's still, like, her fault and stuff, but damn. This is crazy. I don't even know how to feel. I have done that thing. Actually, by the way, just so you know, guys, just so you know. If you are booking a hotel and you book for 2 queens, you better have 3 guests in that room. They are not obligated to actually give you 2 queens unless there are 3 guests. You may end up with a king room if there's only 2 guests and they are overbooked. It sucks. That's happened to me, and I've had to sleep on the floor for an entire con. 2 queens?
Sunny, how much Riz do you think chat has?
2. How much Riz? 4 out of 5. You guys are pretty good. Thank you, Survivor for the bits. -4. Slept on the floor at off guide. Leon, did you? Weren't you the one who booked the hotel room? Oh my god, what? There's no way. I thought you booked it. Oh, Leon. No. Never again. Never let that happen to you. If you are the one who organizes, you will be not sleeping on the floor. So it's somebody else's problem. You're just like me. I don't know why. I was the one who, even though I booked the room, I volunteered to sleep on the floor. I guess I was feeling bad because it's like, oh, my fault, I guess. Fuck me that they didn't give us the room we ordered. Okay, I have beaten your boss in Master Duel every time I played against him. Do not expose me. I don't know what that means. My boss. My dad once bought 20 pounds worth of steak. Holy fuck. Like $100, $120, $30 worth of steak. And froze most of it. I went to thaw some of it, but put it in the oven too early. And somehow the portion of fat that was still partially frozen ignited. The oven caught fire. And it was the first time I used an extinguisher on an actual fire. 6 pounds of steak ruined because I didn't let it thaw properly. I've never heard of this. I have never heard of like a not fully thawed steak catching fire. What are you cooking it at? That is crazy. Grease fires are spooky. Yeah. Your oven might be broken. You're eating steak. Yeah, wait, hold on. 6 pounds of steak is a lot. Why do you need 6 pounds of steak. What are you doing with that? A family of 6? I think a pound of steak per person is a lot. Or you're just like meal prepping? Multiple people? I swear there's a steak shortage. We were just talking on the channel yesterday. Well, in the stream yesterday. I didn't stream on this channel. I streamed on the Sunny Does Nothing channel. We were talking about how like there's a fucking beef shortage. And like beef's expensive as shit right now. But that sucks. At least you didn't like ruin all 20 pounds. But 6 pounds is kind of a lot to ruin. I'm not gonna lie. Now you know how to use a fire extinguisher. You didn't burn your house down. That's what's important. I tell people I'm allergic to peppers, but truthfully, I've never eaten them. The one time I was exposed to cut peppers of any variety, I began coughing and sneezing uncontrollably just from the smell of them, like a cartoon character who's allergic to cats. And I've been convinced that I'm allergic ever since. I also can't handle spicy foods. I think that's actually a pretty good precedent to say there's something like you can't eat them, and an allergy might be like the best way to say I can't eat them. If you're gonna like shit your pants and throw up and cough and die, you might be allergic. An allergy test isn't very expensive. You might want to go get an allergy test done. It's better to know. That's a good out for foods you don't like. You really, really hate broccoli? I'm allergic to broccoli. But then you might have to say you're allergic to like everything else that become like cabbage, broccoli, and Brussels sprouts are all this. Aren't they all the same? Wait, that might not be the case. Broccoli is like the same vegetable as like a whole bunch of other vegetables. Apologies, it's too heavy, but here we go. Oh, let me read this off before I say it on stream. Yeah, it is too much. I hope you have a good day, though. Well, I confess to chewing a few wires. That may or may not be important to you. And eating some of Gas's food, eating a grenade, and whatever weapon you recently stole from that heist. Fuck! That was so much money! Oh my god! You stole the quantum teleporter. Oh well. Jail. Oh my god! Oh, okay! Whoa! You are so pretty, 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 you are so pretty. Please, 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 please. Is this Riz? Oh my god. I feel like a female bird. And this is a bird flashing their funny feathers. Please, 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 please. This isn't even a confession. Oh my god. Okay. I may not continue with the checkpoint thing. I like the... Oh my god! I can't digest oils, so pizza gives me the shits.
You see
No!
what I mean about Chats Riz? Becky, let me smash levels of effort.
Yo, it is, that was high. That was 10 out of 10 Riz. Thank you, said Fire. I can't believe this one sucks so bad because like, what do? Your life just kind of sucks. You can't eat oily stuff. You can't just digest any oils. Can you like eat butter? That sucks. I want the Sunny plushie in a jar. No! We already have her in a jar. Shinobi has pickled her. Man. The one time that I saw Shinobi. Do you know how little that narrows it down? I don't think Shinobi's the only one who's jarred me. I think who else? I've been shibari'd. Somebody took my clothes off. Gosh darn it. Oh, great and powerful bandit. I have so many hobby things in the backlog, so many. I don't think I will ever finish all my video games or art or music projects, and yet I buy more. Oh, I know that. I start new projects. I'm a sinner, hungry for immediate dopamine of a shiny new thing. How must I repent? By crying with me, because I so relate to this and it hurts. You bought the Miwa Fumo? Ah, I'm excited. Yeah, the sales ended for those. Yeah. This might be my own confession. Are you me by any chance? I don't remember sending this, but it looks like something I would have. Honestly. When I was a kid, like 8-ish, whenever we would go shopping, I would go over the card game aisle because I like Pokemon, Magic, and Yu-Gi-Oh! One day I found a collection folder for sale and decided to look through it. Found that the cards inside could just slide out of their slots. Every visit I just yoink another card. It happened so many times, but now I look back and I laugh at myself for being a devious little shit. Ah! This is like something where were your parents? Yeah. I mean, clearly, hopefully you were taking like low value cards or whatever, but yeah, this is like something kids do. Kids take gum, kids steal a single Pokemon card at a time. It happens. He's still trading cards to the Shadow Realm. At least he didn't scalp. Like, a child who steals Pokemon cards, like 1,000 times better than a scalper, because like, your parents need to be stopping you. Kids like really don't have very good morals. They're just like, this is for me. Like a little brat over a scalper any day. Yeah. At least like, it's not the worst thing you can do trading cards. It's literally stealing, but kids do that. Kids will always have a stealing event. And then you have to be like, oh, actually, we don't steal. And you must now go in and return the cards you stole. I might be just a little parasocial. Oh, Sunny's fun, a little cutie, and I would absolutely be her friend if given the chance. Not gonna happen, though. Yeah. You can be my viewer any day of the week. I'm glad you think I'm that much fun, though. Thank you. This is a good confession. You're going to hell. First layer. Okay. I've been an accomplice for far too long. The crime I've kept quiet about is that Sunny's actually just too pretty and cute. No one can focus on anything around her because of it. Drivers get their eyes pulled towards her instead of the road. Minds are filled with nothing but this cute little sun goblin. This is how I distract people. Is it true? I wrote this. No, I'm kidding. Double Sunny confession. I did not write this. You think I'm pretty? Am I cute? I actually don't think I'm that cute. I'm glad you think so, though. I'm glad you think so, though. Sunny wrote these. I wrote these. Whoever wrote these, me. Thank you so much for this. Me. Cute. I am cute. Thank you. I need to hear that. In a dorky, dumb sister way. Thank you. I have crashed multiple cars listening to Sunny streams. Shut up. Tell me that's not true. I went to buy handles for cabinets. I got 12 and they only charged me for one. They forgot about the other ones. Dude, oh my god. I have a really funny story. Holy Sunny Molly. Welcome and chill. I'm a fucking idiot. My brother and I went to Home Depot because we were building something. We needed to fix something. We went and oh, thank you so much, Neeboy. Thank you for the gift sub too. You are the cutest. Me. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yay. I am still so shocked that we're over 1,000 subscribers. Like, that hasn't happened in so long. Like, it's just, I am so privileged as a streamer. And I feel like it was really a group effort. Like, a lot, like, no one person donated, like, 300 subs. It was, like, all of you. So, that makes it special. So my brother and I go to Home Depot. We're trying to buy wood. And we go to the self-checkout. And we don't know what we're doing. We, like, got the wood cut. And then we scanned it. And it was, like, $7. We were like, okay. And we were like, I guess it's $7. And then they entered quantity and we were like, 1. We have, it's just 1. And then we left. We paid $7 and we left. And then we got home and we were like, there's no way this huge plank of wood was $7. And 1 wood, please. It was supposed to be by the foot. We didn't understand the quantity. That doesn't make any sense. It should say, how many feet? Quantity of what? It's 1 plank. So we probably left with like 10 feet of wood, having only paid for one. And we were really confused about it. I'm like, no, I just wish somebody stopped us. Yes, I will take one wood, thank you. Like, I am not one to like do that. And there was a staff there. Like somebody was, so there was a woman there, a nice probably lesbian woman, staring at us, and we smiled. We're like, thank you, and she smiled back. I'm like, you didn't tell me. You didn't tell me what I was supposed to do. Now I always use the self-check. Oh, another thing that happened at Home Depot is I bought a new faucet and I took it home and I bought it and then I left the store and they had left the fucking huge strap of plastic around it so that I couldn't open the box. It goes on all sides, so you cannot open the box. And I was like, oh my God, what do I do? So I cut the wire, and lo and behold, it goes so piercingly loud. Yes, like box alarms. It's so loud. And my brother and I, this is because he was helping me fix my sink. We're at a loss. We're fucking, we throw it outside. It's too loud. We go out and get it. We are smashing it with a hammer. It's been 15 minutes. We're trying to open it up to get the battery out of the back. And then I look in the front and there's a button that says off. And I hit the button and it turns off. You did the channel point. No, stop. The cutest, adorkable, like kitty, librarian Riz. I read that as lesbian Riz. I am not allowed to go shopping, especially like I think self-checkout at a hardware store is doomed. Doomed, absolutely. It's the worst. Oh, also one time I got drunk. Do I even have the pictures anymore? I got drunk and I painted my wall green in like 1 fucking hour. I tried to do like the, 3 white walls, 1 green wall for my living room, but the green was terrible. Oh, thank you for the dance. It's not gonna. And it was bright green and it looked so bad. And then my brother, while I was streaming the next day, God, I don't do anything. Anytime it's a hardware store, my brother's here. He painted it and fixed it. Thank you for the hydrate and the wink. Let me get the mug. Here comes the 5th. All right. Oh my God. I am deeply in love with Sunny. I also shit my pants at work one day and told my coworkers I had a family emergency and left. This needed to be 2 different fucking confessions. Why did you include them both in this? Guys, is this Riz? I am so in love with you. I farted a gallon of diarrhea down my pants legs. The stories are related. No, they're not. I had a family emergency. One time I stepped on a frog on the way to school, and I got to school and I smelled like an amphibious freak.
I guess you found your new husband, Sunny.
It's a shame this was anonymous. I have fallen for you, Anon. It is that easy? Shit, bro. Get it? The dichotomy is amazing. Really, this was a story. This was so much in one. I got a really good value here. I feel crazy right now. Feel a little out of my element in like a good way. Baby, you have to in order to make me love you, this is the steps. Confess, and then shit your pants. Oh my God, okay. When I was, okay. When I was on 14, I joined a guild in WoW, and I met a girl around the same age as me in said guild. We quested together, ran dungeons, and played other games with each other outside of WoW. Developed a little crush on her, just a small one. Instead of being straightforward about it, I decided to, as a cringe 14-year-old boy, to write her a poem because girls love romantic shit. Here's the poem. I shall bear my heart to you this day. Please don't laugh, is what I pray. But I like you a lot. So what do you say to us dating, eh? Shockingly, she said no! Oh my god! This is like the equivalent of walking up to a girl and being like, I like you a lot. And dropping doing a fucking beatbox. This is out of, this is cute, but this is a canon event. I think this is what 14-year-olds need to go through. I like that you tried. A probably ruined the, yeah, the A is not good. She missed out. This was a lot of effort. We women, as much as women pretend that we don't, we actually like artistic people, and like this was Riz. This was more Riz than you think. The only person who doesn't think this is Riz is like our other boys. Here's your wink. All right. First layer of hell. Because it was cringe. I refuse to make eye contact with smelly people. Why won't you look me in my eye? I took a shower this morning, actually. No, not the Mogu emote is so perfect for that. I actually took my god sister to prom. I learned my parents were her godparents the night of prom, and I felt weird about it the whole night. I don't even know what god sister is. It's like, it's the daughter of your godparents. So if your parents both died in a crazy accident, you would become their sister. That does kind of suck. That does not top my prom story. Sinfire, can you put it in the confessions? Catholic incest happens more than you'd think. No, I'm kidding. Haha. My sin is one of great evil. Whenever the streamer is EP or otherwise small vibed, I wish to hold and cuddle her. Why is my Oshi so damn cute? I feel this. Whenever the streamer is sleepy, I'm like, I want to tuck you in and give you like warm milk and give you a head pat. Usually happens with cousins. Yeah. Try to marry like outside your town. Definitely. I imagine it was much worse in like the, you know, 1800s, 1900s, where you're just like, there's 40 people in this town. I'm probably related to one of them. But in order to get to the other town, I must take a horse and buggy to the 2 days north. Gift Sunny Bear Mace, or off-kai gift next year, because somebody else, no. Yeah, it's a joke. Thank you for the hydrate. Instead of drinking water, I'm drinking root beer. I hope you enjoy my root beer. 7th checkpoint. Oh boy. By the way, right now this spells out vanilla. So we're really doing it. Oh boy. Okay. Well. Okay. Oh boy. Oh, all at once. Okay. We're really pumping them out now. There's like timing between these. Oh my god. Okay, give me a second. The 4th? Oh my fucking... Okay. This was effort. This was real effort. I'm glad I ended up following through on it. Oh shit. Instead of writing the letter, I wrote 4 for the first one. L-U... V... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. E... 3 is U... 8 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. S. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait. 2. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Oh my god, it spells love you, Sonny. Oh my god, that's so sweet. Thank you for organizing this fun game in my confessional stream. This was an excellent use of free will. Death penalty, yes. You will be going to the 9th layer, but I do appreciate it. It's very sweet. Very sweet. Yeah. You're gonna have to pass through the frozen layers. No shoes. No shoes. It's pretty bad. Kill them. Thank you for the nice message. Me and my friends decided to drive around and visit abandoned places on Halloween. We went to a couple locations, and the third one was an overgrown bunker. It looked like a hillock? In the middle of a field. We looked for an entrance and decided to climb it. As said, it was extremely overgrown and there wasn't much space, so while on top of it, I lightly pushed one of my friends because there wasn't much space. We don't know... Oh, shit. We didn't know... What I didn't know was that my friend was one of the bunker... was on one of the bunker's chimney ventilation. They fell over they fell down like 6 to 9 meters, I'd say, into the bunker, breaking their leg and injuring their back. Oh my god. Also, out of the 7 friends, that person was the only one with a driver's license. Oh! One other person was almost done with their license, so we drove around 30 minutes to the hospital. The injured friend didn't hold it against me, but I still feel bad. The only way they don't hold it against you is when you take proper responsibility and you're like, I'm so sorry for breaking your feet and your leg, not feet. Sorry, Freudian slip there. My mistake. I completely own up to this. I caused you pain and suffering. That's how you get a friend, you know. But that's intense. This is a real confession. This is like, I caused bodily injury and back injury. You're lucky they didn't break their back or anything. You know, if they break their back and they're paralyzed, like, that's a hard one to get over. My bad, I shattered your spine. Oops. Oops, my bad. You okay, dude? You're being really dramatic about this. In 5th grade, one of our classmates ruined a reward the class was going to get because he wouldn't shut up. My friends and I jumped him during recess and we got detention. You what? You what? That's actually so funny. I mean, that kid probably did need to learn a lesson, but the fact that everyone lost, like, he lost so much social credit, that was already like a punishment. A pretty bad punishment. You know? He was a loser. Being a loser sucks. It's a punishment in of itself. So, like, leave him be. I feel bad for him. Beat the children. No, don't beat no children. Okay, well, you know what would have been good? Instead of beating him up, steal his pants. I've done it. You've done it. It's the classic. Just steal a kid's pants, and then they'll be sad about it all day. Spit on them. Man. Instead of, like, the whole class losing the reward, it would have been nice if just he lost the reward. Piss on his leg. There were options. School gave me a lot of anxiety, so I was always pretty tired, fatigued. I walked into the girls' bathroom on accident and got into a stall, and 2 girls walked in and started talking. I was able to sneak out after they left. I was tired and I didn't notice. Oh, I've done this before. Have you guys ever... What do you guys do when you walk into the wrong bathroom? For me, I panic really dramatically. And I apologize. I'm like, oh my god. Nightmare scenario. Yeah, I've walked into the men's bathroom and I was like... And there was a guy in there and I was... And when a woman walks into the men's bathroom, every time I've done that, I panic. But all the men are like, am I in the right bathroom? Like, the men panic way more. Like, the men are way more scared. They're like, oh my god, am I... am I in the right... And I'm like, no, you're good, you're good. It's me, actually. I fucked up. So, I'm so sorry. I walk out embarrassed. Oh! Embarrassment's tough. That's like a terrible emotion. It's like so human to fuck things up. Why do we gotta feel so bad about it? I didn't notice in washing my hands, a girl came out. This is the girl's room, and I just ran out. Oh my god. I've done the, there was one time when the girl's room was closed, and we actually, like, I needed to piss so bad. And there was another woman who walked up, and we needed to piss, and we were like, okay, you watch the door. And so the thing was, when I watched the door for her, she took forever. I'm like, bro, if a guy comes here, what am I gonna do? Just be like, oh, you can't go in the bathroom for a little while. And then what am I gonna do? Wait for you to take a shit for 15 fucking minutes? Man, shit is so tough. I play Uma Musume based. Gold ship is so sexy. Also, most of those horses... Did you hear that one horse died? When I first turned 18, I could finally buy smut, okay? So fast forward a week to a cosplay convention in my state, and I bought a book of loot cosplay and stashed it in my car. Went to a meet family for a cookout, and a couple hours later, found that my mom had gone to my car, found the book, and was going through the book, like, with my entire extended family. What? What? Your mom is a freak! Holy freaky! She's a freaky freak. Oh my god. Haru, yeah, Haru died. And everyone liked that horse. She had a 0-131 race record. She didn't win a single race because she was slow. Everyone liked that horse. But Sumi asked, yeah, no, this is a weird thing to do. This is really weird. Parents are really weird. I think being around somebody for so long, you get weird. You need a break from being around people, but you actually, like, parents forget boundaries. They're like, my child is an object of which I do things to. Not like, my child is a human being with feelings. I wish I included that in the confession. Yeah. I used to draw a ton, but always nude figures. Friends caught me eventually and asked why they were all naked, and I lied. I told them drawing clothes was hard. Truth is, I just like drawing naked people. Since then, I've occasionally taken R34 commissions to buy food, but the truth is, I'm in for the love of the game. No regrets. Let's fucking go. That's so good. Oh, rip to the shining star. Yes. Yes. Haru Urara. A moment of silence. A moment. All right, the moment's over. Oh shit, how do I get back? The moment has ended. You guys are funny. Ah. You guys entertain me. When I was young and very much a gooner, which I'm not anymore, by the way, I was staying at my aunt's and was on the top bunk for my cousin, and I began to do some things. It wasn't to her. I'm not a sicko, but I shook the bed so much that my mom, who was also in the room, asked if the dog was on the bed. I regret everything about that night and that part of my life in general. Oh, that's tough. That's a really tough one, because, like... I feel like all you had to do was go into the bathroom, my guy. But, like, no, this is a stupid kid moment. But this was, like, a really stupid kid moment. I'm glad that your mom tipped you off. Your mom knew what was going on and was like, I don't think so. But yeah, that sucks. This is a tough one. This is a tough read. Tough read. Good confession. Really tough read. Not gonna lie. That sucks. I'd retire from gooning if my family was in the room. Yeah, I'd kill myself. No, my assumption is kids just don't, they're just like, kid no thinky. Anything under 20 is like brain not developed yet. Make questionable decision, learn. When I was a teenager, like 13, 11 to 13, Whoa! Is this a crime? This one needs to go to this is like so bad. I can't even read this. I jerked it to my step something's clothing, undergarments. Hello? We're not related, so it's not so bad, right? Oh, wait, hold on. A lot of these I'm gonna read before I show them on stream because we've gotten past the 92,
So this is
which
the
means
demographic that ruined the hub's tags forever.
probably a lot of these are from newer viewers. A lot of these are from one, they haven't been reviewed, and two, they were from Fifi's community. A lot of them. This one's fine. As a kid, I didn't have a computer, so I stole my sister's laptop and looked up spicy videos on YouTube using it. After I accomplished my mission, I put the computer back in her room, but I didn't know you have to delete the browsing history. I also didn't know my mom was checking her browser history. My sister got in trouble for this, but to this day, she has no idea. Oh, she was probably like, I don't get it. What's wrong, Mom? Worse things have happened. Let me read this. Okay. I made a joke about somebody, not really nice, all I can say, and it went around to everybody at school. And the certain person found out about the joke and got really mad, and I mean really mad, and they came up to me saying they found the person who made the joke while staring me in the eyes. Unfortunately for them, and fortunate for me, they named somebody else and told me they were gonna fight with them. I watched the entire thing play out on the sidelines!
A year already. What's next 2 years?
2 years! Soon! Thank you, Cynical, for 1 year. Thank you. I hope you've enjoyed watching for 1 full year. Bro, give a plot device. You are the source. Oh my god, this one. I ship Pickle Pat. That's so funny because like I never talk to those two as a group anymore, really? When I was young, I ripped open the windowsill and climbed out ass first, and I let go, landed on my ass, and ran into the street because I want to play with the other kids. I was 2 years old at the time and couldn't sit still. The fact that you were 2 and you got the window open is actually like a testament to children's creativity. Children shouldn't grow like limbs until they're like 4. You can't stick a fork in a toaster without hands. That's pretty impressive. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me just make sure this one's appropriate. Oh my god, hold on. I'm fucking dying. When I was 4, I tried to call my cousin, but I didn't know his number, obviously, so I just dialed 911 because it was the only number I knew, and the cops paramedics came by to ask me, my parents, what happened. Oh, I think the children calling 911 thing happens a lot. This didn't happen to me. I did pull the fire alarm once. My backpack pulled the fire alarm, by the way. Child moment. It happens. Okay. As a kid, I would always hang out at my friend's house to play video games after school, and his favorite video game was Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi. It was his favorite because he always kicked my ass and then would proceed to talk shit. This time, it was me, my friend whose house we were already at, and probably 2 other friends all playing, and I was getting destroyed as usual. He was talking shit, so I snapped, oh yeah? Well, at least I don't sleep with my grandmother. At least I don't sleep with my grandmother. He lived with his grandmother for whatever reason. The whole family shared one bed. I am no longer friends with him. Yo, you revealed this information to everyone in the room. Everyone in the room was like, ah, shit, does he? Fragile ego. I mean, to be fair, this kid sucks. I mean, like, talking shit while beating up your friends in a game, you're not actually friends. Like, this anonymous submitter's only problem was that, like, they thought this person was a friend, but they weren't, and they never were, and they were never out here to be friends with him. They just wanted to have a punching bag. So, yeah. One time I set the backyard of my house on fire, and at the time friend took the blame, and no one believed the silent kid who had anxiety. Me did it. Oh, that's a good friend that hopefully, well, at the time they were your friend. Bet they're not your friend anymore. Yeah. Jail. Hell. Forever. No chance of parole. When I was 24, I helped my best friend with his move. Together with his father, after everything was done, I was driven back with his father. 4-hour drive. Most of it went fine, but the last half hour, I pooped myself. I pooped myself a little. Thank you so much, Brad. Thank you, Brad, for the 10 or the 17 months. I'm having trouble reading today. Thank you. Make it rain. I did my best to play it down, acting like nothing was wrong and hoping he wouldn't notice. Instead, I was dying of embarrassment, just wishing the ride would end already. Now I'm 30 and I can finally laugh about it, but back then felt like the longest 30 minutes of my life. Oh my god. Oh my god, this one's so tough because you shat yourself. And it's not like you were, you know, wait, how old were you? Oh my god, hold on. You were 24. Holy fuck. Guys, the last time I almost shat myself, I had all you can eat sushi. And on the way back home, I had to pull over at an apple orchard and take a shit in the porta potties, but it was in the middle of summer. And like the porta potty was so hot. It was so bad. I was so close to shitting my pants. Sonny? What? The porta potty was there and it was like a long stretch of road. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe there's been no bathrooms. Was the sushi good? It was so good. They probably snuck laxatives into it because it's all you can eat for $15. And I must have had like 6 rolls of sushi. I ate so much. They were starting to load it up with rice. And they were probably like, you know what? Fuck this lady. I'm putting laxatives. It was $15. It was $15 for all you can eat sushi. I abused it. Actually, the next time I went with a friend, they had upped the price. They upped the price to like $19. And I'm like, I'm the reason, because it has only been a couple weeks. That's why I keep a spare plastic bag and cup in my car. Ah! I was with an older woman intimately, and without going into detail, she got really into mommy play. I never knew I was into it and promptly had the best nut ever. This woman ruined my life. I can no longer find women my age attractive. This is actually hilarious. I'm so sorry. First layer of hell. That's actually really hilarious. You had an awakening. Oh my god. Hold on, let me just double check, make sure this one's appropriate. Okay. Okay, these are fine. This is a book, by the way. Get ready. This happened a while ago, of course, but hope you find it funny. One time I was walking into a store at night, decided it would be a good idea to cut across this junkyard that was fenced off for a shortcut. I climbed the fence and was heading across when I heard guard dogs and quickly ran to the fence and was about to climb it when all of a sudden one of the guard dogs bit my pants legs and pulled my shoes and pants off, leaving me in these comically quirky low-cut briefs. Embarrassingly, these briefs were adorned with the mishmash of multicolored math equations and playful phrase, "Smarty Pants Bully," written across the back. Not on his ass, bro. Bro! However, when I climbed the fence on the other side to jump down, my shirt and undies got snagged, so I was hanging by them on the fence. I eventually managed to get unstuck by removing my shirt, but it kind of stretched the elastic off the briefs to the point where they started to sag, showing off some of my butt. I had to waddle home holding my underpants. That sucks. That just sucks so bad. I feel so bad for you because, like, it just kept going. It's like, oh god, oh no, not my colorful pants. No, oh god, not my shirt. I'm being held there by my pants. And then you have to waddle. Heaven, yeah, you need you get heaven for this. God owes you one. You are owed heaven. I say at this juncture. Ooh, okay. All right. Next. Oh my god, I'm gooning right now to Nunny Sunny. Same. Except I'm not, but you're allowed to do what you like. I'm gooning now. To my surprise, I found out that I'm bisexual when I stumbled upon Twink, Link, and Legoshi from Beastars! Whoa! This one's insane! I'm not even attracted to real human men, so I'm at a loss of what to do with this information! Oh, so it's like you're into like feminine drawn anime boys and Legoshi from Beastars? But when it comes to a real human being, you're like, no. You're into like Legoshi. It's Legoshi. It's Legoshi in the dub. It's like Legoshi in. I don't understand though. Legoshi is just a dog. So you're into dog men and femboys. Twink Link is a oh, god. I mean, yeah, it's a good one. I like it. I like it a lot. I don't. No further notes. Very good. I had an electric whoopee cushion keychain in my bag and didn't know if it turned on or off. During the class, it kept going off during religious studies. The teacher got pissed off and moved my bag away from me. The teacher never caught me, but had a grudge with the class for the rest of the year. What's your favorite story in the Bible? Who was that? I can't imagine. Religious studies is peak. Heaven. During religious studies and just dropping a little mechanized toot is actually hilarious. Heaven immediately. I have this awful habit when I'm talking to people with a thick accents where I start subconsciously mimic their accent. Oh my god, no, I feel this. Apparently it's an autism thing. Oh. Oh. I remember a very nice Indian couple asking me to take their picture at Yosemite, slowly starting to regret asking. Someone clearly not Indian, speaking like jackass. It happens so slowly, but it's like, suddenly I'm like, wait, I'm not racist. You have to believe me. I can't stop myself. I don't know why I'm talking like this. I can't stop. Just never talk to anybody. It's the way to do it. I think it probably comes from like trying to mimic people as much as you can, like mirroring. I was a brony through most of high school and not a closeted one. That show is good. It's just not. The show is good. I don't blame you. Hell though, unfortunately. The community sucked. I slept with someone with a hall pass. I'm friends with her and her husband, and I think it affected me more than them. What does this mean? What does this mean? What is hall pass? Why is this in quotes? I don't know what this means. Free infidelity. A hall pass is the funniest way. So, open relationship. They're like, he had the bussy pass. Oh. You get a limited number of people you can smash. Oh, it's like the husband. Oh, I see. A hall pass is like given to you. Oh, I get it. So this is literally like, all right, honey, here's the hall pass. Go smash someone. This is weird. I think it affected me more than them. Dude, you're normal and they're not. Although, next time, I wouldn't smash somebody who's married. I feel like that's inviting all sorts of complicated feelings, especially if you're like the type of person who doesn't like, who like, it's very, very intimate for you. Yeah. I could never casually, it would kill me. Unfortunately, I am naive. When I was in high school, once I got in trouble for something I didn't do, and the teacher in charge told me to clean up piss on the bathroom floor. Can they do that? So as revenge, I wiped out the piss with a tissue and squeezed it in his coffee. He didn't know what it was, but knew something about his coffee tasted different. He didn't show up to school the next day because he something, not sure what. Oh, he got something. This is all messed up. This is our first crime. Submit crimes. This is actually like hell, because like this isn't like a kid stealing Pokemon cards. This kind of sucks. Like, this just kind of sucks to do. But I also don't believe this. I don't believe you did this, because tissues, you can't wring out a tissue. You can't wring out toilet paper. And I don't think at school you had a dish rag. So I don't believe this even happened. I'm calling you out. But the stepsister isn't, that's true. Wait, it might be, I don't know. Last year during Christmas Eve, I went to the mall with my parents because they needed to do some last minute Christmas shop. Oh my God. Christmas Eve is not the time to be doing Christmas shopping. Since I had nothing to do while waiting for them, I went to the arcade instead inside the mall, because I wanted to play one of the Street Fighter 6 arcade cabinets they had inside. I just got into the game and wanted to practice. Oh, nice. While playing arcade mode, I got paired up with somebody else that had started playing on one of the other cabinets nearby. I thought, no big deal, so I started playing against them. Until they had never played before. So I easily went against them and ended the fight with Jury level 3, even though I realistically didn't need to. It was bronze, okay? A minute or so passes, we get paired with some other person that just started playing, where it seemed that they didn't know how to play, and I won by the same finishing level with level 3. I realistically didn't need to. So you just kept level 3ing them. When I look at the other cabinet's direction, I see what seems to be a young couple standing in front of the other cabinets getting prepared to leave. Just staring at them for a second, it dawned on me that I may have just ruined a Christmas date. Oh! So after that, I finished the arcade machines, then left the arcade to meet back with my parents. To this day, I feel bad for potentially souring a date, but at the same time, it was kind of funny as hell. You didn't know. It wasn't intentional. I may ruin a Christmas date because I wanted to play Street Fighter 6 and I still find it funny. No, I don't think you ruined anything. Those guys sucked at the game. But level 3ing them is pretty funny every single time. To KO. Ah, it's funny. I will say that does suck. It does suck oh. Bro got wrecked every time. Wait, hold on. This one might just be a trauma dump. So let me just... Yeah, this is more of a trauma dump than a confession. Easy to mistake. I use chat AI to roleplay with my favorite VTubers. I think that's kind of a more common thing. That being said, like, the AI isn't going to be as good as, like, just being in chat. But, yeah. I think this is done a lot. Is this ninth? Hey, roleplay with my favorite. Yeah, you can literally find VTubers who do this. Like, I talked to an AI bot of me. I think they kind of peddle a little bit. Ethically wrong, but not a crime. So long as it's not like weird roleplay. Like, what does roleplay mean? Also, AI, pushing AI does kind of kill the planet. Are you one of such VTubers? Nope. Have I done that? I'm sorry. Am I misunderstanding? What does roleplay mean? Is this just like, this is just talking to a VTuber AI bot? I don't think... Is all roleplay always smex? I don't know. Oh. D&D? I don't know, man. I just assumed this was talking to AI bots. Excuse me. My AI Sunny will not talk about taxes and data management. I'm sorry! I will confess my sins. It was back in school and we had gym class. Back in the day, guys and girls used several gym mats to test, with the girls going first and the guys using the mat. I used to plan out which mat to take so I could get the same gym mat my crush used so I can smell and lay on her sweat from the gym mat. Whoa! That is a real confession. Oh my god. My crush's sweat. This is actually a little Henry. You never know what's going on in somebody's head. Holy mother of Christ. Seek Jesus. 9th layer, unfortunately. At least you didn't go like and like lick the mat. One step away though, if I'm being honest. One step away. I diagnosed you with being horny, but this is in school. High school? Yeah, it's tough. Okay, let me just really quickly make sure this isn't a trauma dump. It's a trauma dump, so I'm gonna skip that one. Okay, let's do this. I purposely mess up my builds to tilt teammates, knowing they will likely lose. Ah! That's pretty fucked up. Going funny builds is fun. So, heaven. You're actually making the game fun. I don't blame you. The game's not fun as it is. I don't know what I would do. Probably do something like that to make it fun. All right. I must confess, Inquisitor Sister, I am the pettiest of men. I have prevented people who are rude and arrogant from getting their points at the grocery store. They're 2 cents off gas. How are they gonna get gas? Yes, no, this is kind of nice. They don't get their points. You're a dick. Dude, we need to start having repercussions against, like, people who shop. Clearly the customer is always right doesn't work. We need to start having, like, all right, you were being mean. $2 fee. And they're gonna be like, I don't want to shop here anymore. Oh, okay. Well, great news. We don't want you here. You're here because you had to go here. Haha. Go to Amazon. I don't know, man. I jorked it to finality in my middle school art class. Without getting caught? That's pretty impressive. What, like, what are you jorking it to? What? To the Mona Lisa? Oh, wait. Yo no na wa Yoshikage Kira. Yoshikage Kira confession. Completion, yeah. That's what that means. I work in a retail store. October was around the corner. I was organizing the Breast Cancer Awareness Month merch. A sweet elderly lady came and told me, and we made small talk for a bit. She picked up one of the pins and sort of shyly said, I'm one of these. I thought she meant she beat breast cancer. I said, congratulations. Oh, she was saying she has breast cancer. I would personally, like, I would just kill myself. I don't know what I would do. This is a tough one. This sucks so bad. Because then you had to be like, you know, the lady was probably like, huh? And then you were like, oh God, I'm so sorry. I thought you meant you beat it. Congratulations for when you beat it. Ha 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 ha. Pound it, Grandma. Ha ha. I'm gonna quit my job. I prefer diet sodas over the normal ones. Same. Because it comes, nothing out flavors the guilt I feel. You're going to hell still. Because I think it's funny. The confession about wanting to live with Sunny made me remember all the times I've seen my Oshis cook or talk about their eating habits and me wishing I could cook for them because of some of that girl failure stuff is depressing. Y'all VTubers need to eat something good. True!
On mobile, so a bit behind, but the saying, the customer is always right, is only part of the whole saying. The whole thing is, the customer is always right in matters of taste.
Ooh! See, it's taken out of context. Whisper down the lane strikes again. Oh, let me just really quickly... Okay. It's fine. I was getting drunk with some friends on a vacation trip. We were 21 to 23s. We got talking about secret facts and insecurities, and my friend basically said that he is a small schmeanness. Years later, he insulted me in a terrible way, so I tell that story constantly all the time. Rebrand? Just for the stream. Just for the stream. Schmeanness. I think if anyone, okay, if somebody opens up to you and honestly is like, I'm pretty insecure about the size of my schmeanness, you shouldn't actually ever tell anybody. I think even, okay, it depends on the insult. Insult to me in a terrible way. Terrible is a pretty strong word. So that's tough. Maybe deserved. I can't tell. I can't tell. Oh, I had a crush on my girl in my JP class, so I pretended to struggle with Japanese in my college and my Japanese class to get closer to her. I used my poor Japanese as an excuse to see her for extra help and other reasons. After I passed the class, I gathered the courage to ask her out, only to find that she was too busy for a relationship. While it was sucky and disappointing experience, I moved on with my life. About a week later, I was picking up some dinner when I saw her making out with a random guy. I went to confront her about being too busy for a relationship. When I did, she had completely forgotten I even existed. This sucks so bad. Confronting her was strange because, like, she clearly lied about something, or, and if I'm gonna be honest, maybe there are girls like this who aren't like, oh, it's not even about the relationship. It doesn't mean they don't want to kiss people. They just don't want a relationship. Or it could have been you. Which sucks even worse. But the fact that she, like, forgot about you is crazy. She just wasn't interested. Apparently at all. And I'm not gonna lie. I don't think that this, like, the pretending to suck at Japanese, like, she might have thought you were an idiot. Like, don't get attention in negative ways like that. Well, you did get her attention. But, like, if I'm gonna be honest, who do we remember from college classrooms? We remember the people who raised their hands a lot and answered or tried. They seemed outgoing and smart. So, like, I do. Well, fuck. Maybe I'm weird. I recently started to relapse in playing ranked League. Death. I remember when I was in Japan, Osaka, for student exchange. I was going with my host's family, passing a 7-Eleven. Being the curious 18-year-old sprog I was, I looked at the manga there and saw an R18 manga. My host's dad saw it, and after a while, he bought it for me? Whoa! That's so fucking funny. The host, that dad is hilarious. Here you go, kid. I mean, you know, you're 18 at least. You know, you're 18. You don't have any money. You're in a student exchange. Kind of weird, but, like, He probably also was like, I don't want you to be like stealing anything, or he wanted to share the culture. I'm trying to think of why he would buy it for you. I'm like making excuses. I'm like, I think this dad just liked porn too. And it was like, we have a shared interest. Here you go, bud. I also like R30. I like R34, R18 plus stuff. I am one of the go-to people when anyone in my family needs to get work done in their electronics. Aunts, uncles, cousins, even family members, it doesn't matter. I've seen things. I know things about several family members of my family that I could have just lived my life without knowing for their sakes of mine. I just ignored and move on. No, why don't people know how to clear their browser history and delete their photos? Guys, you shouldn't have any weird photos on your phone. Delete those. I should let you know, by the way, BB, my mom's cat, stared me in the eyes earlier before shitting on the carpet. Very strange experience since we have 2 litter boxes. And now she's over here licking her butthole. Power move. It really was. I did get the water bottle and I sprayed her because I didn't know what to do. I was like, why are you doing that? I couldn't figure it out. Occasionally she just shits on the carpet. I used to do Homestuck ERP way back when. Not my proudest moment. You are not the first Homestuck LARPer I have met. In fact, you're not the first time I've discussed. What is ERP? What does the E mean? What is that? Erotic? Oh. Ooh. Not my favorite thing. Yeah. Not the proudest moment. You maybe you were like the same age as the trolls or something, but people really liked those trolls. I don't know, it was monsters. Protest for a dirty litter box. Yeah, it was clean, and there was 2 litter boxes. She just doesn't. She gets really picky. Please have been the same age. Please, please. I tried to draw for Sussy Gallery because the hashtag felt empty, or so I heard. But when I thought about it, I realized I just can't lewd Sunny in my head. I don't know why. Wow. Thank you for attempting. I will say, the hashtag is not empty. You probably have safe mode on Twitter. There's stuff in there. A lot of people are like, I can't believe there's no art. And I'm like, you are a sweet summer child. I'm like, you actually don't look at any porn on Twitter, which is good. I think is a good personality trait. But like, it tells me that they don't even know that safe mode's on. I can't see it anyway. Ah! Gay or European. I often tell people I love them. I don't actually love them. I just want them to feel happy about life. I deserve to go to hell for this constant lie. This is a tough one. This is the most real one we've seen because it's technically a really fucked up thing to do. I'm gonna turn this like holy god music down a little bit. All right. It is kind of fucked up. But it's so... To some people, you know, even if it's not true, it might be better to say. I think there are times where it is appropriate to lie. For example, if you have a parent who will freak out if you don't say I love you back, who like has tortured you, or you're in a relationship where you really can't get out and you're like afraid. Me to my wife for the past 7 years. No! You should... Here's the thing about love, is that it's really hard. And both parties have to actually try. Like, a lot. Because it's so, so, so difficult. And they say that love is a choice. But, like, you really... It is, but you shouldn't choose... You have to choose really wisely. And sometimes it doesn't make sense to choose love for somebody. Like, do you get that? I'm like, love the spectrum, it's not, and I'm not on it. Like, sometimes I'm like, I don't think that, I don't love somebody who loves me, and it's okay. But if I wanted to love them, I could. I just don't think that makes sense for me. Making autism joke, not a loner joke. No, I get it. How could you? This is a tough one. Cause yeah. And I'm sure there's people in my life who I'm like, I love you. And I want to believe they love me back. Even if it's not true, I'm okay. I'll take the blue pill. In the Matrix, why the fuck would I ever take the red pill? Am I dumb? This is why I want people to say I love you back. Maybe talk about it if there's a problem, but like, I either like, the blue pill versus the red pill conversation is so funny because like, why not take both? Say it back. Yes, you will say it back. Because I'd rather be comfortable in a dream than uncomfortable in reality. Reality sucks. That's why I play video games. I'm already blue-pilled. Let's go. Anyway, this one was really good. I got everyone around me in a League of Legends so I can play it with them. Do you love Sunny? Platonically? I do it so I can play with them, and I don't even like it that much. I do it with several other games like For Honor and Destiny 2. Wow, that's crazy. That's so funny. I ended up in a not safe for work relationship with my assistant manager for almost a year while her husband didn't know. Are you a VTuber? I love you, Sunny. I don't love you back. I've chosen not to love you in like a kind way. Oof. She ended up ending things with me only to start dating my best friend and his wife shortly after they got married and almost ended the relationship. And start dating my best friend. Wait, what? While both and after they got married, almost ended the. So your friend dated both the wife and the husband at the same time, shortly after they got married, and they almost ended the relationship doing this. Separated later for completely different reasons. The best friend, not the assistant manager, and her husband. These were comments in here. Yeah, there's a comment would help. Here's your wink. Poll was crazy. Parasocial check. I know what you are. This is a trick. Ah! I didn't even open it. I found out it was a parasocial check. All right. Back towards the end of senior year of high school, I randomly started falling asleep before I'd make it to bed, either on the couch or floor, and eventually kept doing it intentionally, and now I exclusively sleep on the floor. Even the 1 year of college, I had a roommate. The only exception is hotel rooms. Oh my god! You must have an awesome back. Like, your back must be great. Because I hear that sleeping on the floor and like hard surfaces is like really good for your back and really, really good for your neck. Like you'll basically never develop a hunchback if you do that. Couldn't be me. I'm probably gonna have one. I used to dress up and act as Kirito for school. Oh. This isn't Sword Art Online, is it? Hell.
Chuni. Kya. Oh my god. I just love Japan. Japan is so much cooler than the United States, and their culture is so superior.
I hope they found their Asuna. I hope they... Yeah. Me and my manager were having a fling at work, so she ended things and went after my best friend and his wife. She later broke off things. Bro! What's up with the managers and kissing everybody? Studied the blade.
I have the power of God and anime on my side.
I have to cough. I'm gonna mute, actually. Alright. I want Sunny Explosion to vor me. How much money do you have for this? Oh no, I could never bore a viewer. Especially not for $500. Okay, moving on. That was a joke, by the way. That wasn't clear. Oh my god, wait. How? $1 million? Only 500? I don't know how much this stuff costs. Setting up those numbers? I'm a digital girl. I don't know how much. Does it count if they go into your portal? Ah! I didn't even think of it. Oh god, I'm not boring anybody. About $900 billion? Yeah, I can do that. You drive a hard bargain. I'm glad we negotiated from 500 to 900 billion. I've heard another confession and told it because it unlocked a core memory. In elementary school, I played a spin coin capsule. Got a necklace, gave it to her in our tiny school lockers with a note saying that I liked her. The other guy she dated flushed it down the toilet, and I low-key bullied him by being there to put things in their chair and stealing colored pencils. Bruh! This is like child drama.
No, if she sees this capsule necklace, she's gonna fall for him.
Flushes it down the toilet, causing damage to the septic tank of the school. Puts a thumbtack on the chair. Bro. Children, am I right? Oh my god. One time when I was around 3, I moved a few blocks from my old house. My grandfather fell asleep, so I ran away. Freaking out about me. Oh, okay, so you ran away. Okay. He was supposed to watch you, but he fell asleep, so you ran away. Your mom was freaking out about me and took off of the house and took them a few minutes to find me. Spelling. I went back to the old house. I'm giving up. Went back to the old house. The only reason I remember this I asked my mom about it few years later when I was about my teens. Bless my mom's soul to handle and problem child. Man, I miss her. Oh. This is so sweet. P.S. Sunny is my 4th favorite member of Glitch Stars, feeling like a confession than the time I ran away from home. Oh, I'm very happy to hear. 4th. That's pretty high. There's like 12 of us. So. I have an itchy. Thank you for this. I'm also sorry I couldn't parse it well. I am glad that you got returned to your house. Occasionally, I go through the furry art tag on Twitter looking for people who are vehemently against furries and poorly draw them as a furry and tag them. The results are usually catastrophic. This is one of my favorite ones. This is so funny. This is like the amount of effort taken to cause mayhem is so good. Draw them pregnant. You should draw them as a pregnant furry. Oh my god. Oh my god, please. Please do it. And the pregnancy is required. Or you should draw them like with a focal point being their feet. You should draw them like their feet are like the biggest part, and then there's the rest of them. That would be not me complaining about furries to get free furry art of myself. Don't suss me. This is because the people who hate furries would hate it. Sending keys are showing. No. Listen. Oh god. No, it's draw them inflated. Yeah, do that instead. That way it's not something I said. Come on, guys. One time in 3rd grade, I lied and said I play for a little league team that is north side of town. And then a year later, I play for a football little league team, and play in 2 games and got pulled for the team of my mother due to grades, even though you had asthma and you were chubby. Oh, so did you lied and said that you were on the team, and then you actually showed up and played games? That's actually hilarious. Bro joined the team. Lady Sunny, I would leave my job in an instant if I could create art. What would make you leave your job if you could? Financial security. I guess that would be it. Like really, like good, like enough financial security. Like marriage? Marriage for you, the lottery. I kind of like my job. The thing is, I would need something that would keep me like on a schedule because I have trouble maintaining my own schedule. I had a pet lizard that fed a firefly for a meal. The next morning, I noticed that he wasn't moving and realized he was dead. I was so sad, but also scared because I was worried my dad would punish me for killing my lizard. Why would they die? Are you sure it's related to the firefly? I'm killing my lizard, so I sat through church and quiet and asked until he asked me what was wrong, and I had to tearfully say that my lizard was dead. He told me it wasn't my fault and helped me clean out the terrarium. Anyway, I ended up killing 2 other lizards. That's probably why I had trouble connecting with people with my teenage years, because I felt guilty for killing pets and bottled up that resentment and forgot to get it for pet for decades after the fact. Oh my god. Okay. How did you kill the other 2 lizards? Gas, no! I have a pet lizard. Gas, don't listen. Gas, look away. She's crying. So, yeah. I mean, after the first 2, like, you got a 3rd one. You were like, I killed a lizard. I killed another lizard. He's dropped his... I was surprised that you killed 1. Although I did confess to killing a tank full of fish when I was 3 years old. I didn't mean to. When you're young, it's hard to... You don't have, like, very much control. You know how seniors adopt freshmen and friends? My friend circle adopted 3. One was a dude, one was a sibling to another friend, and the last one was a tomboy. All of us were very close at the time, and none of us viewed each other as romantic options. Prom rolled around and my first 2 choices rejected me, so I asked the tomboy if she wanted to go as friends. She agreed, and the week of prom, I went over to her place to meet her mom? Okay. She and I were extremely comfortable in virtually every topic. Both of us were a bit tistic. Somehow we started discussing freaky shit in front of her mom, who went silent for the rest of the meeting. My friend and I were just laughing at like any other casual conversation. Her mom was glaring at me as if considering where to hide my carcass. The next day at school, that friend returned the ticket I had bought, left a note saying her mom didn't trust me enough to, let her attend the dance. She never spoke of it to any of our friend group again, but always looked depressed over it. You fucked up. Gets worse. 2 years later, I ran into the dude as he was now dual enrolled. We caught up a bit, and we found out she completely dropped out because another guy in her year knocked her up in sophomore year. Wow! For the next 5 years, I was wondering about that meeting with her mom if I hadn't screwed up her friend circle, would she have gone through like that? Oh my god! I didn't hear about her again until my reunion. The same dude is now working school part-time and informed me that the baby daddy and her were still together. She got a job as a kindergarten teacher, and while times were tough, they were happily married with a healthy only child. Oh! It turned out good. Whew. Oh my god, yeah. Losing a friend group actually is like a life-altering event. It's really tough. So, yeah. Happy end. Oh my god. I don't know why. Kids like are not good at changing the topic. Neither am I. So, I understand how this could have happened, but yeah, not in front of the mom. That was a roller coaster. Neither of us thought twice about the conversation at the time. Oh, okay. Shit. Yeah, it wasn't even like, it was just teenagers. When I was a teenager, my goon material of choice was fan fiction and stories. I was also very much into Sailor Moon. The 2 interests very, very often coincided until one story featuring Sailor Jupiter, where Jupiter was not willing participant. I felt immense shame. Oh! Dude, I have to admit, like, I also read fan fiction growing up. This is not a shock to anybody. I'm actually gonna move these over a little bit. Oh, that looks a lot better. Why was I doing it that way? But you will note that fan fiction oftentimes was these websites where you write your own stories, they're messed up. They have a tendency to be like really dark. Like the most popular Harry Potter like fan work ever is about Hermione being kidnapped by Malfoy. And it's like multiple times the size of, it's like basically bigger than all of Harry Potter. Huh? I know, yeah. It's like if you took the entire series of Harry Potter, this work has more, and also it's it might be the most viewed on Wattpad, and it's got millions of views. What was it called? I don't know. I don't know. We just go into these shady places. That's the problem, is that it's really normalized. Like, you don't think of fan fiction as and Wattpad as like dark, but they are. Going back to Wattpad, I think the Harry Potter one actually is on Wattpad. But like when people are like, "Hey, here's a character I like," they are like, "Let me murder them. let me torture them." In high school, let me just make sure this. Bashry, thank you for the prime. Vivihor, thank you so much for the bits. I'm actually gonna skip this one, just because I'm starting to go to get some of these shorter ones.
Splodeo.
Thank you. Thank you. Vivicor, do you like my outfit today? Did you know construction site toilets lock themselves at night nowadays? I found that out the hard way, having to shit while on a drunk night out. Had to bend the lock open to get out. Oh my god. Locked in. My bro locked in, but not in the way you expect. He's locked in. Locked and loaded. When I was a child, let me scroll down a little bit. I went on a car journey with my family. I got car sick and threw up all over my sister. She didn't have a spare change of clothes. When we went back to the home, she had to throw out everything she was wearing. Yes, everything. No! Her shoes, her shirt, her pants, everything. Oh my god, it leaked everywhere. Ugh. That does suck. I actually, every year when I was growing up, we would go see my cousins down in the deep south, and it was like a 12-hour car ride, and I would throw up. I would get really car sick. 7th grade, I was chatting one of my good friends at the end of computer class. Anyway, I sat down and put my fingers sticking up at my groin and told him to sit down. He found it funny, but the teacher was not amused. She walked by right as I said it. Oh, I get you. You made like a fake dick with your hands, and you were like, sit. And your teacher was like, bro, are you kidding me? Right when your teacher walked by? Kids do the darndest things. Oh, where did the cat go? Oh my god, the cat keeps doing this thing where she lays down like right where like I can roll over her tail. So I get like really, really nervous. I still play League of Legends. Death. Hey Sunny, this is a bag. This is the bag and cup guy. The reason that prompted stuff is actually poop my pants. Oh, the person who was saying that you have a bag and a cup in your car. Okay, the reason that prompted the story is I accidentally pooped my pants in the car at an amusement park to celebrate me becoming a 6th grader. The whole thing shut down for a bit because of the hard rainwater. We couldn't get to the bathroom, so I ended up pooping in the car and cried, and my mom just sighed, and I had to change in my swim trunks for the rest of the day after cleaning up in the bathroom first. Oh my god, it's so funny. It's so peak. I understand how the bag and the cup would work in tandem now, by the way. I'm so sorry, bag and cup guy. I'm so sorry you pooped your pants. There's been a shocking amount of adults explaining to me that they have pooped their pants in these anonymous confessions, where I'm like, oh, yeah, you did? From middle school to high school, I was a habitual liar. I would tell one friend one thing and another and so on, and thus included topics in the day's events. Well, one of my friends met each other, they're arguing about what happened, and then I come in to tell a third story that blends the two and seems believable. Those 8 years of school was just one massive gaslight fest to me. I gaslit everyone in the moment I graduated. I hear that compulsive liars actually have really complicated psychology. Give me a second. I'm going to actually turn off submissions at this point. Let me go to the settings. Unpublish. And now I go to responses, individual, and I go back to 155. Okay. This way we can start kind of moving along a little bit. We only have 20 left now. So these are going to be good ones. These are like submitted during, honestly, the ones. Pat, you dumbass, you signed it. They're supposed to be anonymous. This is my friend's rant that he has memorized. Okay, so my father has a clan, right? And my brother, he's not taking it seriously. So, wow, you see, this is against the clan's code, and you happen to be the kill him, and it was my duty, but it's not my burden. This is the entire lore of Hanzo and Genji from Overwatch, spoken really fast. And so I see a coming out of castle in the den of my enemies the same day every year, risking so much to honor somebody who I murdered. But you see, there was an assassin this time, so I lit the instance. I told him you are not the first assassin that will kill you. You will not be the last. I asked him, did your masters not tell you who I was? And he tells me, I know who you are, Hanzo. So then I was angry and we fought each other and he kept judging my arrow, and then we took outside and then we fought and he tells me, I know you blame yourself with the death of your brother, your Genji's death. Yes, it was like pew pew pew, and then he tells me that I think my honor Genji offering, and I told him he's not worthy to say his name. And then he said, and I ran into an arrow, and he was like, you got what you take it, no cut out. And he goes running, he goes, Yuji no kemo kure. And the dragons went, woo, and I dropped to my knees. I can't keep going. It's so, this is nostalgic for me, by the way. This is the entire cinematic of Hanzo retold. Saying it faster, the animation is peak. It is. You have to say it faster for it to be funny. But Pat can say that in like 4 seconds flat. Like basically the whole thing just goes by and you don't have a second to fucking breathe. In 9th grade, I learned a person in my grade was trans and identified as man. I genuinely didn't understand what being transgender was. And I was acting low-key transphobic towards them unintentionally, not out of malice, because I legitimately never heard about it. And I didn't understand. I feel pretty bad about it now. Coincidentally, pretty sooner or later, our school had a culture fair, and one of the things was about LGBTQ plus community. I learned more about it. Funny enough, 2 years later, I realized I was bi. And now some other things too. Yeah, no, I get it. The first time I learned about, like, I guess, like, being trans, I was kind of younger, so it was just like, oh, cool. But like I feel like the older you were when you learned about it, like the more social, I guess, like malice there was. Growth. Yes. Let me really quickly. Okay. Once when I was a young warthog, my brother got the big Harry Potter castle Lego set. Ooh, I, being an empath, realized the Lego frog could not breathe. So I decided to teach it. I held it close to my mouth and started taking deep breaths and inhaled the little fucker. A decade later, I was getting an x-ray for a broken rib, and I was asked about the unusual shape showing up in the scans. There was the frog, still taking lessons. Holy shit! Holy shit! That thing probably is covered in a layer of like calcium. Like when you do that, thank you, Morty, for gifting a sub to Blake. When you do that, when you get like a foreign body, and it keeps going and it stays in there, your body will actually cover it in calcium as a immune response. This is so funny. Did you get it removed? Are you okay? That's so good. Oh my god. That is a huge conversation starter. I had a roommate who didn't do his dishes, and this has been going on for 5 months. He had a cast iron skillet and needed to clean it so that I could clean my own dishes. I was ticked so I could clean the cast iron with soap. Oh, you cleaned the cast iron with soap. That over time will remove the seasoning, and to do seasoning again, you need to bake your cast iron skillet with olive oil on it, or any oil that has a very low smoke point until the oil burns into like a crust. And you need to bake it for hours. In fact, a lot of people just pay to get their stuff re-seasoned because it's such a pain in the ass. How many layers? 9th layer. Although your roommate gets the 10th layer. Went to my first GF's apartment and was prepared for a smexy time with her, but I was unable to get my manhood up. Oh! I was so embarrassed that I came up with an excuse. I forgot something in my place and drove home. Oh! No, this is like, the way you handled it, I'm not gonna lie, this is something, maybe good perspective. I don't understand how dicks work. So if I was having smexy time with somebody and they couldn't get they couldn't stand at attention, I would actually just assume it was me and that I was the ugliest bore on the planet. I would be like, wow. Some people get a boner at like a curvy piece of art. It could be anxiety. That would make a fella feel worse. Yeah. I would get offended, I'm not gonna lie. I would just assume that I'm hideous. Anxiety? Okay. That's the worst way to think of it. That'll make the dude feel worse. Well, that's the thing, is that I'm like, I don't understand it. Maybe it's something I should one day. I would be like, oh, so you hate me? But like, that's the thing, is that like, I don't know. So it's like kind of like a anxiety, fatigue, alcohol. Okay. So if I'm ever dating a drunk, tired, anxious person, I'll know it's not me. The power doesn't go out. Okay, so they're anxious. Okay, that's good. Good to know. Anxious will make it not work. Anxiety sucks so bad. Anxiety makes nothing work. So I get it. Okay, that's good to know. I will be like, okay, if I'm ever dating somebody and they can't raise the flag to full mast, I will be like, are you anxious? This is good. This has been great research. Thank you, everybody. Anyway, I'm gonna move on. I still write Sunny X Azir fanfics. I'm gonna kill you. You're not gonna I'm gonna find you. If you're dating a constantly drunk, tired, anxious person, I think there's a different problem. That's true. It's like anxiety fucks with hormones. Oh, stress. That sucks. Okay. This has been enlightening though. Now I know. I don't know if this counts as a sin, but maybe for my dad, but when I was like 5 to 6, I was such an asshole and a pain in the ass that while in the bush, my dad, he accidentally lost it and made me walk home from the bush, which is in the middle of nowhere. After getting home, apparently my mom forced him to come pick me up. Oh my god, the bush in like Australia? Aren't there like 1,000 man-eating spiders out there? Yeah, it is a dick. That is also something about that sounds like an Australian dad. And something about that sounds like terrifying. I was also a really like terrible child. I was just clearly neurodivergent, but my mom was like, she just has trouble focusing. She'll be fine. And my brothers got diagnosed with stuff, but I didn't. Why would I get her checked out? She's a woman. You fucking stupid. Why would I ever do that? But yeah, no, I was annoying, but my parents never did something like this. She's just a little shy. She's just shy. When she's singing like game songs in the middle of class, and like all of the weird music that she heard on Albino Black Sheep, because like that was a YouTube competitor back in the day. When she's singing Ultimate Showdown 80 times a day and during recess, she's just being a little quirky.
She's being quirky.
Why did mom let you have the autism? My entire freshman year of high school, I would hide a chicken patty under my pizza for lunch and only pay for the pizza. Oh, that was smart. I would really pawn a ton of stuff off to friends. I had a friend who was like really actually like heavy in like middle school, but she didn't eat very much and she would give me a lot of her food. I was heavy, but I ate a lot and then I had to lose a lot of weight. I lost a lot of weight in high school, a fuck ton of weight. Confession. I still sleep with a blanket that I had as a baby. I'm 27. Oh, a 27 male. Even though it's torn and falling apart. I also sleep with special plush dolls my mom got me. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. She got me 2 to start when I was younger and another one when I was in high school. To the point where I've collected 16 of them, totaling varying 5 colors, and want to make my own, along with other childhood blanket. Because the company that makes them either doesn't exist or has no one answering emails. Oh, this is adorable. This is so cute. Oh my god. I love this so much. This is actually, this is wholesome. This is so wholesome. I also have a giant belly bulb Pokemon stuffed plush that I thought, here, should I go take a picture? Should I go take a picture of it? I thought it was going to be like, you know the size of like a Squishmallow? You know how like they're kind of small? I'll go take a picture really quick. I'll be right back. Holy crap, this is gonna look a little bit like a mug shot for this stuffed animal. But trust me, it's worth it. He's like enormous. I thought he was gonna be a tiny little plush, but he's very not tiny. He's pretty huge. I can't really wrap my hands around him efficiently. Also, the handles on my doors are very high. So, like, look at the vent. Look at the air vent. He's a big boy. Yeah, he's a big fucking, that's a big belly bulb. I thought he was gonna be smaller, but he came and he's huge. I was like, oh my god, your door was installed upside down? Oh, fuck. That actually seems likely. No, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Now I'm never gonna unsee it. But yeah, I like stuffed animals. That was basically the conclusion of that. I asked my mom how I got my name. Then I found out me and my brother got named after her celebrity crush. I refused to watch any movies they were in. That's kind of crazy, actually. Your mom's a little bit of a freak. When I was in high school, I would look at my female classmates' feet whenever they wore sandals or flip-flops. You're what, like, every woman fears. You are what every woman fears. We're always like, I always am like, no one's would do anything weird, like, look at my feet. Well, apparently somebody would. I don't get the foot fetish. I don't really get it either. I don't really get it. I'm not even convinced it's real. Ro's a freak. Well. Oh. I'm trans, but I'm scared to come out to my parents, and I think I love them more than I love myself. That's a tough one. So don't, unless you're in a situation where like, yeah, they'll like accept you. If you're gonna like lose your home, like living situation, don't do it. I don't know. I don't know. That's my best advice, because I've seen so many homeless like trans people because they told their parents, and their parents were like, my God darn it, my little kid can't be, no way, this is what I was, and then they kick them out. So yeah, take your time. You'll still be, you have all the time in the world. Although dysmorphia sucks. I mean, you can still probably, you know, get your treatment. I was trying to get my cat off the kitchen counter for, trying to eat my food I was preparing, but the process knocked my sister's expensive Chinese ramen bowl. $300! And shattered into pieces. I put the cat down. Oh. Off the counter. You put the cat down. When my sister asked what happened, I blamed the clumsiness of the cat. This was a few years ago, and I still feel bad because I never confessed it until now. I thought you meant you killed the cat. Putting something down, putting a cat down on the, I put the cat down on the spot. You put the cat down off the counter, right? It's trying to get the cat off the counter. Trying to eat my, I put the cat down. I think this is English. We're Englishing. Okay. Yeah, I did. Okay. $300 for a bowl is kind of insane. And I think your sister, has to take some responsibility for being like a fucking idiot and buying $300 Chinese ramen bowls. She should give it to me. So, big mistake on her part. My friend asked me to walk their dog one day when they were on vacation, but I was too scared and the dog kept barking at me, so I just didn't walk their dog that day. The dog died soon after, and I felt like it was my fault. Holy fuck! Okay. Not walking the dog that day didn't kill their dog. But that's, I like your like enthusiasm to be good to the dog, but you didn't kill the dog. Welcome in, Slider. How are you? Sorry, but I trauma dump here. It's too heavy. Okay. Let's see. Even when I say let's see. All right. I'm 19. I started watching you like 3 to 4 years ago. When you were like a kid? Wow. I love skipping trauma. Oh, a memory shook loose. In high school, an old but distant friend invited me out last minute to a sporting event. He only told me on the train it was a double date, and he needed someone for the GF's friend. By the end of the night, both girls were trying to convince me to ditch him and come hang out with them for the rest of the night, but I declined because I couldn't leave someone alone on their birthday! You are actually so cool. You are a cool person. You are a good friend. Holy shit. May you get bitches forever. And the rest of eternity. Bitches past forever. That is a good friend. That is a great friend. My hands and feet feel like they're being prickled by needles all the time. Should I keep ignoring it? No. My rheumatoid arthritis started with a tingling feeling. It was very upsetting. Back in grade 3, we had a new classmate. He was the first black kid in my class, and we met him and told us something like, oh my god, what? I can't read this one just because I can't do it. But this is something a kid would do. I've never ever wanted to erase something from history more. Basically, a kid said something unbelievably racist after... A kid got insulted, and then... Except it wasn't even an insult. Yeah, this is a big, very, very understandable regret. This one sucks. I forgive you. Dude, I like don't even like have you never, I guess maybe this person had never seen a black person before. I like didn't understand, didn't foresee any problem saying this. He went thermonuclear. My guy was helping you. Why would you say that? Yeah. Foundation for either a great friendship or an arch nemesis. Yeah, this is that was kind of funny with no context. I think the funny part is like the fact that it's so insanely awful. It's like, what the fuck? And only a child could do something like this. Wait, this is the last one. During geometry exam one time, I drew a dick into the graph with A equals awesome. The teacher didn't think it was funny. Man. That's so funny though. It is funny. Your teacher's wrong. Your teacher is incorrect. It was funny. W. Oh. Guys. I have read your confessions. And I have decided that all of you are degenerates. Except for, like, most of you who didn't say anything disgusting. I had so much fun. I had a really, really, really great stream. I really wish... That was a 175 confessions, by the way. With, like, 3 trauma dumps. Like, 4 kind of, like, wildly inappropriate ones. And, even though I thought we kind of, like, looked through these, there was kind of a lot. Actually, the ones that you guys submitted after the fact were, like, usually the better ones. That, like, the more appropriate ones. Not bad. Not bad. I think we did pretty good. I think we did pretty good, personally. And, yeah, I think we're going to go. Who do we raid? I want to keep streaming, but I also want energy for tomorrow. By the way, I didn't tell you guys this, but, I streamed yesterday. And... I had work this morning, so I have been doing things. And then we had a watch along in the Discord. So I have been doing stuff. If you ever think you're gonna miss stuff, Discord is the best way to keep up with like me, like with what I'm doing. Otherwise, you'll miss it. I want to raid somebody who I never ever raid. Like I'm trying to figure out who I don't raid very often. But I feel like I raid some people all the time. And it's so hard to figure out. Heavenly. Is he live right now? He is. Heavenly or Junie? Do I raid Junie? I raid Junie a lot. Okay, let's raid Heavenly. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. It was kind of gimmicky, but I had a lot of fun. It's also fun to get, like, you know, a big raid during, like, something that I feel like is creative. That's always fun. It's like, oh, I feel like I'm putting out, like, something fun. So, go say hello to Heavenly. He is playing Fight Night. So, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh, also, by the way, Sonic Racing is coming out on the 25th, and Silent Hill, I think, is coming out soon. Have I played a Silent Hill game? I don't remember. Maybe I should play it. And hopefully I get to... Hope there's a VOD. Oh yeah, I'll make it live. I hope that I get to play more Skong. But yeah, I will see you guys, okay? Copy and paste the message. Bye! Thank you for the support today. It's so much fun! Thank you. Bye! Bye-bye. Bye-bye.